truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop unfriend me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, damn sure what you need. I won't tell no lies, back up all the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's stuff.
Hey guys, Barry Morgenstein, America's headshot photographer, coming to you from my New York City studio. Great friend of the Dumb Show. It is now time to put down the camera because it's almost 7 p.m. and I'm gonna watch the coolest, the most real and raw show on the internet. It's on every night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the coolest guys, Matt, Olivia, Leroy, and Amy. You guys have to tune in to see it. It's gonna be something incredible every night. Check it out.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's nice to see that. Looking at YouTube, 8.36 thousand. That's good.
Yes, it's growing.
Let's move it up. Rumble is our smallest channel. I don't understand.
Yeah, we haven't.
What's it take?
We have gone up 830 followers in 2 years.
That is insanity.
Yes.
Why?
It needs some love. I don't understand
Everything
why
else
some
grows
people grow.
except for Rumble. Everything's growing.
And Rumble's got an amazing chat, too.
We got to figure that out. That's just weird. And it's got a good ratio of people who watch. To have 10% of our followers watching, I mean, that's if that happened on Facebook, we'd have 35,000 people watching, you know?
Yep.
And
we'll
talk about a night. That would be amazing. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Show, everybody. Welcome.
Day, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good news coming up here. We have a guest list coming up. We took a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a break because it was the holidays and yes, Christmas. But we've got Barry coming. We're working
next Monday.
We're working on Chris Tanto, Peranto,
Damani.
We got Damani. We've got
Mandy and Jack.
We've got Dan Nunn, who is here from the Nunn Report every month now.
Every second Tuesday of the month.
T.S. Dixon is getting scheduled too. So we've got a lot coming up. So, and hopefully we'll get some more into 2026.
Of course, if you think anyone might be good for the show, you can always tell them about it, or you can send me their contact info.
Carrie says maybe it's because of the new paid for YouTube channel. What does that mean? What?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is, Carrie. Tell me. Maybe there's something I need to do. Dingo Dundee 6650. Sorry about what happened last night, man.
That's horrible.
Yeah. It is. Australia, like one of my favorite places in the world. We used to be. And it's gone so England. And it was one of the most popular beaches in the world. It was just full of people celebrating Hanukkah and the first day of Hanukkah. And, we're going to talk about it. We'll talk about it. And I'm not going to, I feel like I'm Candace right now. By the way, such a horrible event. Now go buy something from me. I usually don't get into the show that early, but there's a lot of pressing stuff. And we're going to go into it. Matt, the reason the show pops up in a reel is that's me. I now have the ability that we got our blue check mark. I don't know if you guys know this, but we actually got verified by Facebook, which is really cool. We got a lot to do with it. I mean, I still got to find out why they're throttling our live, but I can now share the live show to reels to my story, which is kind of cool. So anyway, we got a couple things of news. Liv, tell them about Friday, because this is huge.
Okay. So Friday is our day to enter our end of year giveaway. And it will be, if you entered in, if you donated on any of our monthly drawings, October, November, and December, then you will automatically get one entry per month that you entered. So if you did all three, you get 3 entries. Friday is a last chance entry day. $25 gets you 1 entry, and you can enter as many times as you want. So if you choose to donate $100, you get 4 entries. And we just finalized our prize list. We're going to give away 5 prizes. We'll have 1 big grand prize. Should we do that first or the?
Yeah, go do the last one first. Ethan, move over to the other thing. Other station.
Yes.
I need to redo the stations.
All right. So we will have 5 drawings. Of course, the first one's the grand, and it'll just kind of go down from there. But number 5, you get. Oh, and speaking of this.
Don't do that yet.
Don't do that one yet?
Just tell them.
Okay.
Tell them what it is, and then we'll
you get a coffee mug of your choice or a $20 gift card to the store.
No, coffee and mug.
A coffee and mug.
So you get a bag of coffee and a mug.
Or
Go ahead.
$20 gift card to the store. Number 4, we are making a specific shirt. We're going to design a shirt for this drawing. It's kind of called the donor shirt. So you'll get
for all of 2025. Anyone who donated will have their name on this shirt.
It's kind of like a concert T-shirt.
Yeah, it'll have a logo on the front, and then on the back it'll have everybody's name. So you can, and we're going to do one of those every single year. So that'll be given away. Sorry.
So number 4, you'll have a choice of the donor T-shirt or a $25 gift card to the store.
Correct.
Number 3 gets a hat of choice, an autographed picture, or $30 to the gift card.
Pick one
to
of the
the
other.
store.
Yep.
Number 2 gets a hoodie of choice or $50 gift card to the store. And the last but not least,
the grand. Now you need to slow the roll on this because this is massive.
This is the grand.
We're talking like $500 in goodies, and it might get bigger. Not sure. There's some other things I'm working on. Go ahead.
Okay, so number 1 is the autographed Rock and Soul book by our friend Barry Morgenstein.
Autographed Rock and Soul book, #1 seller on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bestseller on Amazon. Go ahead.
The second thing is an autographed T.S. Dixon book, The Woke Mind Viruses.
I already talked to T.S. and he's super stoked to do it, and he is going to do it. Go ahead.
Flag. You are going to get a desk flag from Flags of Valor. E is grabbing it right now for me so I can show it.
No, you don't need to show that off.
Okay,
go sit down. We'll do that later.
Okay.
We'll get too much to do.
You get an autographed picture of all 4 of the hosts.
Yep.
You get the donor T-shirt.
The donor T-shirt as well.
You get a $50 gift card to the store. You get a bag of your choice.
Bag of coffee, your choice.
And you get a jacket. And we are designing a new jacket.
And you'll be the first one to get it, and we're going to give that away 11 times next year, but you'll be the first person to get the new jacket. And we're going to stick with the Columbia, but it's going to be an all-new design. We're pretty sure we're going to have multiple colors, too, probably black, blue, and light gray.
Yep. So that is the grand prize right there for the top drawing.
And how do they get in this?
On Friday, $25 gets you 1 entry, so you can enter as many times as you want. You can have as many times your name up there as you want.
Now, if
to
you
be.
donated in October, November, December, you have 3 entries automatically. 3. And then you say, okay, well, I want to give $100. Well, you got 4 entries right there. Now you got a total of 7. You're like, okay, I want to give $1,000. We're fine with that. We're completely fine with that. So we'll go ahead and give you 40 entries. And we will do a massive drawing. We'll have the biggest wheel of history, the wheel of fortuitousness, spinning, and we'll pick 5 winners. And we'll do the 5th position, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st.
And then we are probably going to do the drawing on the 26th of December.
Yep. So you got it.
That's a Friday.
So be here Friday. Make sure you're here, and let's get it going. Okay.
And then starting first Friday of January, which is January 2nd, we start all over for our monthly jacket or blanket giveaway with our brand new jacket.
Yes, brand new. And then you'll be put on the 2026 shirt till the end of the year. Okay,
Yep.
so here we go. We got a lot to do. So very, very quickly. Unfortunately, the camera is not aligned. But is JD in the house?
Yes, I texted you.
JD still. Well, my son went to the mailbox and he's going to put something on real quick. And
it's a little big.
you got.
He's like,
Okay, now go ahead and say. Let's see, you're on position 4. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got to go ahead and say
gotta
what you're
pull the
going to
mic
say.
up, Bubba.
Get the mic close to you, buddy. That's good. Right there. Speak.
Hi.
Well, turn and tell. You have something to say, don't you?
Yes.
You got to turn and show them what you got.
I'm gonna take it off.
No. Okay, do it. Just hurry up. Do it. Whatever you got to do. This is why they don't wear glasses when they play football. Just ask Lucas. My name is Lucas. Don't break that helmet. Okay. So, Ethan, what is this? Who is this? Help us understand what's going on here. Okay, go ahead.
His name is Champ Bailey, and he is a Hall of Fame cornerback for the Denver Broncos and
the Washington Redskins.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
Okay.
It is a game-run helmet. If there's some like marks up on the top, if you can't see that, and it is a signed game-run helmet, full-sized, as you can see, and it was sent from our good friend JD Stillwell. Thank you so much. I'm definitely gonna add it to my collection.
We were watching Champ Bailey. He didn't have a chance to see him play. Obviously, he's too young. And I explained to him that that's where balls went to die. I mean, between him and Randy Moss, they were probably two of the best cornerbacks in the game. And I think Champ Bailey had a longer career than Randy Moss and was better than Randy Moss. But Champ Bailey was all around probably the best defenseman, one of the top 5 best defensemen ever play the game. So that is so very cool of you, JD. We wanted to say thank you. Ethan is so stoked.
He's over the moon with this.
And it's an amazing gift, and we can't thank you enough. So thank you for what you've done.
Thank you so much. I'm definitely excited. I'm actually.
He's speechless.
Yeah. I'm really excited. I have always wanted a full-size helmet. It's signed, so
And one of the best players to ever play the game, and then also one of the best players to play for the Broncos. I think Champ is in the Ring of Fame. He played 7 years, and I think he played for another 1 or 2 with the Bronx. May have retired after his 7, but I think he's in the Ring of Fame. But it doesn't matter. He's one of the best Broncos. Had one of the huge portions of giving them the Super Bowl championships, and just gave them an ungodly amount of talent on the defensive side of the ball. So, dude, thank you for doing that, JD. We appreciate it. And Ethan, thanks for being on.
Yep. Also, one more thing. This is going with my shrine of Denver Broncos stuff.
Yeah.
I collect a lot.
He's got the Lombardi trophy, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's going with the signed John Elway Lombardi trophy. So
that's a hell of a. Now we need to get you a Terrell Davis or Mecklenburg or
We need to
Eddie
paint one, too.
McCaffrey. I mean, there's so many great Broncos. Just have a lot of amazing talent. So
You need to get a Peyton one too.
and remember, they are the number 1 team in the NFL, and they are 12-2.
just beat the Packers.
Dominated the Packers.
Dominated.
In a lot of them. It was
2
really,
interceptions.
It was truly a good game. So Bo Nix came out in that game, and if he plays like that in the playoffs, they have a really good chance at winning the.
I actually
Super
read
Bowl.
an article today, and they are the number 1 pick.
Well,
right now
that's
for-
kind of stupid not to, especially the way Bo Nix came out. I mean,
True.
the offense woke up.
I've never seen that offense play like that,
No.
except for in the fourth quarter against that Giants game.
Yeah, they played
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
So
they're
they
saying
moved the
that
ball.
if Knicks can keep doing what he's doing, that they are probably going to win. So
Yeah, Denver looks good. They look pretty unstoppable. They beat everybody. There's nobody they haven't really taken to the bank. And I guess the only people you'd have to worry about is Los Angeles.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the Rams.
The Rams, but I don't think the Rams beat them in a 4-quarter game. I don't know. We'll see. Right now, they have too much to do. They need to win out their season.
I'm not trying to waste a bunch of time talking football, but especially with their second star wide receiver Devontae Adams getting injured, all we have to do is put Patrick Surtain on Puka Nacua, and it's locks
Yeah,
basically.
you got to make sure Sertan is healthy. What I'd love to do is lock up the division, get home field, and then rest Sertan for the last week or two of the season and let him get fully, because he's not playing 100% right now. So,
Yeah.
All right, let's go. We can't do sports. We got too much to do.
Bye. Thank you so much, JD Stillwell. Love you, dummies.
You're the best. Thanks, buddy.
Bye, Bubs.
So JD, very, very cool, man. You ever want to get to my heart, you go through my kids. So, okay, we're almost done. I'm sorry. This is a very long intro. We will stay a little bit later. It's Monday night. We expected it, but just a lot of news and a lot of craziness. So as you guys know, thank you, E. As you guys know, Matt Hawley, Army veteran in Wisconsin, has been doing my coffee for 5 years, and just a great dude. And we, 1,200 bags of coffee sold through Matt Hawley over 5 years. And that's pretty good. It was amazing, and we loved him, but he is moving on. He is unable to do coffee anymore. So I have been spending the last 3 months working and trying to find a vendor that I like. Now, we had a buddy in Texas who did some stuff. I know some of the guys over at Black Rifle, and I looked around in a lot of different places, and I could not find a coffee place that I truly thought would follow up with Matt Hawley and do him justice, because the price of our coffee, $15.99, $16.99 respectively, ridiculous. But that's 12 ounces. And the first thing that I wanted to try to do is I wanted to find volume. Is how do you get better size variety without breaking the bank? So that was number one. Number two was shipping, because shipping killed us. And although $16 for a bag of coffee is not horrible for the quality of coffee we had, when you had to pay $5 in shipping, it's $21, $22, and it's like it cuts out that savings versus quality. So then the third thing was variety. So and of course quality. Like all four of those things were my focus. It had to be good. It had to be. Price wasn't my number one concern, but shipping most assuredly was. I had to find a good shipper. So I want to announce the new coffee product that we have first of all, and we've redone the logo. And we will have the Moab, and we'll have the Tomahawk. We'll have all those again, but I'm sticking with just basic brand labels until I get your approval that you love it as much as Olivia and I do. And then we also wanted to expand the line. I guess that's the fifth thing. So we will be carrying tea and coffee and K-Cups, which is also huge. So the new logo, simple, with the Don't Unfriend Me apron, the Dumb Show coffee. And I wanted it just to be really, really simple, right? So you knew it, you saw it, you knew what it was about. So we retroed this. It was always coffee, and we dated it back to 2020. So that is the new logo, and the coffee bags are going to simply be just like that. And also the tea is going to look like that. So those are the difference in the tea and the coffee. Now I'm going to go and show you that it's available to order. Now the thing I'm going to knock your socks off on when you hear this, you're going to flip, because this is probably the coolest part about it. But everything's been changed over. If you go into coffee, you can see it's now coffee and tea. And when I tell you that there is an incredible amount of variety, if you can't find a coffee that you like, you're not going to find anything. From candy cane to Mexican chocolate to pumpkin
mint,
spice, cinnamon hazelnut, Cinnabon, mocha, turtle, s'mores, Dubai chocolate, pecan pie, cold brew, 60-pack of K-Cups for like $1.04 a cup, cowboy blend, African espresso, Italian, Max Cafe blend, Costa Rican, Colombian, Brazil Santos, Honduras, Mexican, Nicaraguan, Kenyan, Ugandan. There is everything. And then as far as the tea, and I'm not telling, oh man, the tea is out of sight. Hibiscus berry tea is my favorite, but also the apple cider rooibos it essentially tastes like you're biting into a red apple. It is delicious. All of this stuff is available. Now, here's the cool thing. Almost done. You can go and make it coarse. You can make espresso, standard, whole bean. And you can do a 12-ounce bag, 1 pound, 2 pound, 5 pound, 12-pound bag if you want to. And you might be saying, oh, man, I can't do a 12-pound bag. Shipping is going to be...
Can I tell them this?
Yeah, shipping is going to be hundreds of dollars. I mean, for a 12-pound bag, you can imagine how much shipping would be. But Liv, go ahead and tell them.
So, shipping on every order of coffee or tea, no matter how many bags, no matter how big the bag, from a 12-ounce to a 12-pound, to multiple bags or K-cups, $2.99 flat for every single order.
Every order. So if you want to order, well, of course, you want to order 12 pounds and then another 12 pounds, it's $3 and $3. But if you want to order a 2-pound bag, a 5-pound bag, a 12, nobody does that. It's essentially, you just got to consider it free shipping. And in order for us to do that, we had to contract with these guys. And we put a pretty good investment into this. We believe in this product. We thought it was amazing. And yeah, we'll ship anywhere. You got to pay the shipping though, Dingo. But yeah.
Yeah, that shipping is for United States.
Yeah, it's US only. And if you want Canadian, I still think it's like 10% more. It's not that much. The shipping's like 10% more internationally, which is ridiculous. We contracted with them. We believed in it. We knew. Yes, we have decaf too.
Do they have low acidic? There was the two questions.
They have low acidic. Okay. They have decaf. They have everything. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew this. It's real simple. You can go to thedumbshow.com and go to coffee. And you can order just like we always order everything, and it's available for you. And listen, the pricing, there's $17.99 to $22.99. Now, when you get up to the $22.99 for a 12-ounce, you're like, what am I doing? That's premium. All the coffee is premium. All of it is equivalent to what Matt Hawley was selling, and now it's even better. So these are premium beans, premium roasts. You read the descriptions on each coffee. It'll tell you what they do. And I'm talking, they collect the beans at a certain altitude. They bring it back in temperature controlled compartments. They roast it at a certain temperature for a certain amount of minutes. They check the pH balance, the acidity level, the oil level. They roast it. It's guaranteed to have a fresh bag. It doesn't sit on a shelf. They roast it 72 hours before they pack and ship. This, in my opinion, is hands down, I think, some of the best coffee you'll ever have in your life. And the prices are competitive. In fact, it's cheaper in a lot of cases. You buy a $16.99 bag, $3 shipping, it's $20. You're out less for that bag of coffee than you were for the old Matt Hawley brand. So there it is. Mel, I don't know. I don't think so. This is a very large company. This is a very, very, very big company, and they do a lot of business, but they don't do contracts like this with anybody. We got very lucky in the process, and to get that shipping price was unbelievable. So,
yeah. Also, one thing that I learned about coffee that I had no idea is the darker the roast, the less acidic it is.
Less caffeine.
So if you drink a super light roast thinking that's going to be lighter, that's more acidic, because the longer it's roasted, right, the more acid comes out of the beans. So if you have a weak stomach, or like me, I can't do high acidic coffees, so we drink a super dark roast. And that's just, I have to, and I'm fine with it. So,
well, and the roast that we drink and we've been really working with is there's a breakfast blend that we have, and then there's the breakfast blend plus. And that's what's great is you can have your favorite flavors, but then they also will roast it differently. So if you like a more acidic coffee, or you like more caffeine or less caffeine, you can buy the plus version, and that's going to go ahead and take care of you. Go take a look and tell me what you guys think. And it's all available there. I worked on that all day. It was like 8 hours.
The strongest coffee that
we have over there.
Yeah, I don't know what the darkest strongest is. He goes like, I live in the Outback, and it's beer and coffee here.
I was reading the email, and then we got a show to do. But
yes.
This, unfortunately...
We had a lot to announce. So.
Yeah, and this was huge because this coffee is a big seller for us, and I wanted to make sure we were doing it right. We got a phone call.
Unfortunately,
this is Matt. Turn down your phone. Turn down your show. Who are we talking to?
Hey, Matt, it's Frank.
Hey, Frank. What's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot, but the only reason I'm not going to take up a lot of your time.
Okay.
I wanted to call you and thank you for what you did for me.
Oh, sure, dude. Of course.
People don't need to know this, the privates of it, but you and Olivia went beyond what I expected. Oh, by the way, Olivia, nice rack.
That's funny.
Oh,
that's good.
That's good. That's actually quite
great. That's funny.
But definitely, dude. I just wanted to thank you for what you did. I know it was far beyond what I expected, and I took care of the situation. Just so you know.
Good. I'm glad everything worked out. I'm glad we could help, and you know us. And how we do, and if you need something, we're here for you. So it's my pleasure, brother. Thank you for reaching out to us.
I know that, man, and I appreciate you so much, and that's why I continue to support you guys, because for the other dummies out there, if you're not supporting these people, please reach into your pockets and do what you can to support these two. They do unbelievable work and things that you're not even aware of, and you just need to support them. I mean, seriously, I watch every night. There's not a night that goes by that I am not here watching. I may not be on the chat, but Kev knows that I'm always here and I'm always watching, and I'm always in on what's going on. So I just appreciate you guys so much, and I love you both.
We love you too, Frankie.
Thank you, Frank, so much. We love you too, buddy.
Thanks for being here, buddy. Anything you ever need, you know that. Give us a call.
Roger that.
All right. Love you, bud. Later. One hell of a good dude. We love Frankie. Mm-hmm. So someone asked, what is the darkest coffee or the best coffee? The breakfast blend will knock your socks off. This is the breakfast blend. And what's great is that if you come down in here, you can read a little extra about it, but it's a medium roast, and it's actually it's got Robusta in it, which is the process of the way they do the beans and the quality of the beans that gives it an extra caffeine. So it is the strongest caffeine based, where if you just want a strong knock you on your socks and you want to press it and then have one cup to last you till 6-7 o'clock at night, this is the stuff. This is the breakfast blend plus. And like I said, you can buy a 12-pound bag. I mean, it's $179 plus $3 shipping for a 12-pound bag. If you do the math on that, it comes out to like $11-12 a pound, which is nothing for coffee.
Not now. So the prices are very reasonable. You know, you want to get a 12-ounce bag, it's $22.99, but that's because that's the robust version. And if you don't want the robust, you can get the breakfast blend, and it's going to do the same thing for you, but it's $17.99, which for a 12-ounce is a great price. And you can see 28 for a pound, and then it goes up from there. But the good news is, just let us know, see what you think. The 10% does count. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I don't know if I have the margins to continue to do 10% off, but just to introduce it, if you want to use code DUMB10, I'm fine with that. But the teas, I'm telling you, the teas are amazing. You got to try the teas. They have great quality tea. So if you like it, by the way, it's Tifa-V is what we're calling it instead of Kova-V. Tifa-V. I like that.
But yeah, it's all available. So anyway, give it a try. And see what you guys think. That we've spent enough time on that, and I'm sorry it took so long, but I wanted to make sure you guys were cared for.
Up to date, up to speed.
Which is the closest to Moab. Closest is one of the dark blends, and you can go with any of the African style coffees, and that's going to take care of you. Also, the Colombia dark roasts are also good too. Listen, just go on there and just click. And when you like the candy cane coffee, I'm not a flavored coffee guy, but this stuff doesn't come off. You know how it's like it says candy cane, but it's peppermint, and then you go ahead and you get something like I don't know. You get a candy cane, that's peppermint. Everything's just fake peppermint tasting. That's not the way this works. It actually tastes like a candy cane. There's no artificial flavors. It's all natural flavors. They use real leaves, real mints, unbelievable stuff. They use powder base to go ahead and get the flavors for their mochas and their caramels and everything else. So it's just give it a try. Just read, see what you think, and we'll go from there. Did I tell you I love that sweater on you? Okay.
Yeah.
Like a corner of my bed. So,
yeah, my mom actually made this when she was a teenager.
There we go.
Yep.
All right, go get some coffee. All right, so we have a busy day. I want to address something. First, people sent me a bunch of stuff today. And there's some unhappy people. And a lot of people are upset at President Trump. And I'm going to try to give you the base that I can on this. So as we know, this is all alleged at this point because nobody truly knows, but everyone knows who Rob Reiner is. He directed Princess Bride, was a pretty amazing director and had some really good movies. You remember he was All in the Family. He was the son. And, he's done some good things. He did Primary Colors with John Travolta, and it was a hell of a director. I didn't like his politics. I didn't like him as a person. In fact, he annoyed the living shit out of me. But President Trump had some things to say. But what happened is in the California home that they lived in, they were both stabbed to death. And that was his wife and him. And I think he was like 79 years old and she was close to his age, respectively.
It's still sad.
Well, right. Of course it's sad. Of course it is. It's sad. But the TMZ is reporting, several newspapers are reporting that it was his son who had a drug problem, some mental problems. And I want to be very, very clear. This is what Donald Trump said. But I first want to preface it this way. I think, and this is my opinion, and I know Olivia will have an opinion on this after. How about we do this? Let's read it, then we can do opinions.
Okay.
A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife, Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obsessive paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Now, I've had several viewers reach out to me and say, Matt, I wish he wouldn't have done this. And I, you know how I am. I see both sides of things. I also want to be very, very clear that Rob Reiner was a pretty detestable human being towards Donald Trump. These are just some of the things that he said in regards to Donald Trump. He was vocal for him for many, many years. He called Trump a fascist and said Republican MAGA supporters have no idea what they've done by electing him, warning of severe consequences of America. Referred MAGA supporters and critics on social media as MAGA scum, vile, racist, and evil. Described them as malignantly narcissistic, pathologically lying, misogynistic, and racist. Mentally unfit, single most unqualified human to ever assume the presidency of the United States. Skillful con man, criminal, childish, moronic, mentally unstable, malignant narcissist. Racist, misogynist, threat to democracy, beyond McCarthy era-esque. I've collected just some of these for you to peruse, and there's a metric shit ton of them. Government sources: he's tied to Putin. Donald Trump was installed by Putin. Crystal clear that Russia turned the election. Trump colluded with Russia. Russia hacks our election. Here's where we are. Putin, he's a dictator. Goebbels, Nazi, the whole works. Now, I'm old enough to remember Rob Reiner when he essentially said that John Hinckley, and not in so many words, parents should have taught Hinckley better gun control. And what he was saying was if he would have shot better, he would have actually killed Reagan. This is Rob Reiner. I've also read a couple posts where the Jewish woman that was run through and lit on fire and ran around and paraded around Gaza and made comments of, well, now we understand how Gazans must feel. He wasn't a nice man. He was outspoken about Trump's assassination attempt. However, I didn't have to look far to kind of try to see how he responded to Charlie Kirk, because to me, that's important, and what was his position on Kirk. And I have a video that I want to show you, and then we can kind of talk about how we feel based upon what he said. Now, I want to be very, very clear. He never agreed with the assassination attempts on Donald Trump. He wasn't trying to say, oh, well, look at the Jew who's on fire. It's not sad. But he was a political pundit and an activist. Therefore, he said things that we didn't like, but were any of them truly out of bounds? And I can't say that they were. He didn't call Trump a Nazi. He didn't call him Hitler. He did say he was colluding with Russia and Putin, but he has a right to say all of those things. But where I think the rubber meets the road is when a real crisis took place, when something very seriously happened and Democrats were all rallying to admonish and insult Charlie Kirk. He had this to say, so let's listen to it. But you're going to be surprised by my take on this, because it's nothing like I'm saying right now. I'm just giving you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was he compared to all other Democrats? Annoying, a 10. As barbaric and absolutely evil as others, probably a 3. Here it is. Let's go ahead and put this on. And yes, we are going to be talking about a lot of other topics tonight. But let's do this first.
About the murder of Charlie Kirk. What was your immediate gut reaction to it?
Well, horror, absolute horror. And I unfortunately saw the video of it, and it's beyond belief what happened to him, and that should never happen to anybody. I don't care what your political beliefs are. That's not acceptable. That's not a solution to solving problems. And I felt like what his wife said at the service, at the memorial they had, was exactly right. And totally, I believe, I'm Jewish, but I believe in the teachings of Jesus, and I believe in doing to others, and I believe in forgiveness. And what she said to me was beautiful, and absolutely, when she forgave his assassin, and I think that is admirable.
Liv, you've had a chance to hear some things. Once again, if I was to rate him as someone who's evil, I don't think Rob Reiner was evil. I think Rob Reiner was an amazing talent. I mean, the American President, he did Few Good Men, Princess Bride, funny. I think that he did get caught up in the TDS for sure. And he espoused a lot of things that mainstream media were saying, but nothing that made me stop and go, yeah, this guy's like a loon, like Madonna or Johnny Depp or Kathy Griffin or Jimmy Kimmel. Reiner just hated Trump and did not like him. What are your thoughts on all this? What are your thoughts on what Trump said?
I'm a little disappointed in Trump. I wouldn't expect anything less, because he's very outspoken and he doesn't mince words, and he says how he feels no matter what, even if he is president. But being said, he is president, and I expect a little more decorum from my president. And I understand that Reiner didn't like Trump. I understand he was outspoken against Trump. But he was also just murdered in a very horrific way. And I don't think that is a laughing matter for anyone.
I don't think he laughed at him, did he?
He's making light of his murder. And that's how I took Trump's tweet.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you a different perspective, but I see.
He's making light of it, in my opinion. That's how I read it. And I've read it a couple times. I saw it earlier, read it a couple times. I just read it again now. And I still, that's how it comes across. It doesn't come across as sincere. It comes across as mocking to me. And again, do we expect anything less from Trump? No. He has no problem addressing people who call him out.
Yeah.
I just expect a little more decorum from our president. And we are better than that. We are Republicans. We don't do this shit. We are better than that. And he should have been better.
Yes. Like everything you said till today, yes. My thoughts go to, you don't slit the throat of your mother and father unless we're about to find out who Rob Reiner really was. And I don't think we're going to like the dark secrets that are going to come out. And that is my initial reaction is celebrities know celebrities. They run in the same circles. Everyone knew about Epstein. Everyone knew about Harvey Weinstein. Everyone knew about Bill Cosby. And Rob Reiner, although I have no allegations because I don't know anything, I just know to slit a person's throat is very, very intimate and difficult, especially to people who reared you as a child. And it just strikes me that something else is going to come out of pretty epic proportions. And we're about to find out who really Rob Reiner was. And there are rumors that he was on the Epstein list and had visited Epstein. Listen, I don't know any of those things. I'm just trying to piece this together that usually when something like this, when a patricide and matricide take place from offspring, it is usually because something very traumatic and horrendous happened at the hands of those two people towards a child.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can see.
I don't. Yeah, and I don't know. What I'm saying is today I vehemently agree with you. I agree with you. I think it was out of sorts. I think it was. I don't like it when Trump talks about himself in the third person. That bothers me. But I think now Trump might be ahead of something that we're about to find out. That's my gut.
Yeah, we know how it feels to have somebody murdered and people mock it. And I know Charlie Kirk and Rob Reiner are completely different people and complete opposites. But it doesn't matter who he is or what he did. He still shouldn't. It shouldn't have been mocked, especially by the president.
I agree with you. But if you look at what happened over the weekend and you look at what's going on between Candace and Tucker and all of this hatred and vitriol, we have got to start calling people out. And who are we to say? Who are we to say that some of the things that Rob Reiner said didn't create Thomas Crooks?
Yeah.
Didn't create some of these guys that are going out there and killing, CEOs, healthcare CEOs, or shooting into crowds because of what they've said. And in my opinion, I think there was a time and a place for Donald Trump to do that. But I don't think, all right, I'm going to say it, and this is going to be popular. I don't think you should pretend to care about Rob Reiner when you don't.
Yeah, and that's totally cool.
And everyone is. And I'm not.
Mm-mm.
Rob Reiner was a piece of shit. And he was an amazing director. And lied, pontificated, insulted MAGA and called us racist and Nazis and deplorables and would get involved with people in his chat. And some of the shit that he said was just, it's not right.
No,
and
it's not.
and so I'm not going to sit here and mourn him. I'm not going to lower my flag. I lowered the flags for Bondi, and I lowered the flag for Brown University. I'm not lowering my flag for Rob Reiner, just like I didn't lower my flag for Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, and
why do we have to pretend that we're saddened by this? I mean, I'm not happy. I'm not celebrating, but I'm not like if Kathy Griffith was shot to death coming out of a club, would you care?
No.
Okay. Well, then why do you care about Rob Reiner?
I don't. And I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to lose any sleep over his death. It's tragic. It sucks. Yes. But I don't care.
Right.
And I'm not going to.
So why should Donald Trump pretend?
Yeah,
why
but
should, hold on a second.
thing.
But why should, yes, you're going to say the thing. Why should Donald Trump put out this heartfelt message of what he doesn't believe? He like we all feel this way about Rob Reiner. Every single person. He had Trump derangement syndrome. He was sick. He was weird. He had to check himself in a mental hospital and take a couple of weeks off and check himself into a mental hospital to get away from just how social media impacted him. He abandoned his Twitter account, came back, but went to Blue Sky because he couldn't handle it anymore. This guy was a wacko. And so why should Trump be all like, oh, woe is me, when he's not? He's like, listen, it's horrible. This sucks. I feel bad for Rob and Michelle, and it's horrible. But here's the truth. He was a nutcase. He had Trump derangement syndrome, and it probably got him killed in the end. Go ahead.
I was taught, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. He doesn't have to openly mourn his death because he doesn't like the dude, but he doesn't have to mock it. Just don't say anything. Another actor just died too. Yeah. Has Trump mentioned that actor?
Who?
It's I don't remember his name. It's the dude, he was on Pulp Fiction and
he was Redfoot in Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects, and I guess Mandy knew him personally.
But he's not a big. But how did he die? Natural causes, right?
Yeah, I think it was natural causes.
Okay, so very different circumstances.
Very different
the President of the United
circumstances,
States shouldn't talk about that. He was also in Robo. Peter Thiel is his name, right? No, that was RoboCop. He looks like, not Peter Thiel. Peter.
No, I don't remember his name.
He looks like that guy. I'll find out his name.
But he doesn't. I understand that Reiner was murdered, but if he's not going to say something nice about it, then just don't say anything at all. He is our president. Other countries in the world look at him, and they base their opinions on our country on the president. He's the face of our country, and he's showing he's very childish right now, because that's a childish move. Nanny, nanny, boo boo. 2 wrongs don't make a right. You're saying crap about me, so I'm going to make fun of you back. It doesn't make it right. And I could give 2 shits about Reiner, and it's sad, yeah, but I understand that he said a lot of crap about Donald Trump. But if Donald Trump wanted to mock him when he was alive, I'd have absolutely nothing. Whatever, great. But he was murdered in a really horrible way. Just don't say anything. Don't come out and say it.
See, okay, so okay, let me make sure I understand. By the way, it's Peter Green is his name, not Peter Thiel. Thiel is a big donor. Completely different conversation. And the guy who looks like him is the guy who was in 24, who the actor, I don't like the way he acts. He was also in RoboCop.
Oh, yes, I know.
I can't stand him. I think he's a horrible...
He was in Dexter, too, yes.
Yeah, horrible actor.
Yeah, it looks like it, but it's not him, yeah.
Yeah, but horrible actor. Can't stand him. But, okay. See, I knew this is, nobody get mad, right? Because this is what we do. We talk, right? Mm-hmm. There's people in here who are very, very up about this.
Yeah, and me and you, we're so like-minded that a majority of the time we have the same opinion. On stuff.
I don't think we go into it enough. Like, this is something that we're presenting, and the viewership is huge right now because of it. That's why we agree too much. We need to have discourse once in a while where we don't agree. Just to make sure I understand. You would rather have Donald Trump lie?
No, I would just rather have him not say anything.
So lie.
I don't think Not saying anything is lying.
Why should he not say something?
Why does he need to?
Because he's the president of the United States. He had something nice to say. He said he was a talented director and funny. He started off saying something nice, and then he went in and said the truth. Okay. Here's the question. Where's the lie?
I don't think any of it's a lie.
Right, but that's my question to everybody. Where's the lie? Well, then why shouldn't he say the truth? Why should he go up there and do like all the other Republicans who are like, oh, Rob Reiner, you're so sad. No, it's horrible. But nobody gives a flying shit about Rob Reiner. If Jimmy Kimmel died tonight in a car crash, would anyone care?
No, I wouldn't.
When Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, did we care? I did. I cared. I like Kobe Bryant, and I don't think he raped that girl. I think Kobe Bryant was an amazing talent, generational talent, and I think it sucks. When Joe Elliott from Def Leppard dies, are you going to care?
Yes.
Okay, so why do you care about those people, not Rob Reiner? Well, because they impacted your life in a positive way. Well, so did Rob Reiner. You love Few Good Men. It's one of your favorite movies. So's Princess Bride. But what he also did was took away by the things that he said and things that he did that were indefensible and completely abhorrent. So if that's the case, why shouldn't Trump call it out?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Does Donald Trump, every celebrity that passes, does he say something about that celebrity on his Twitter account or Truth Social or wherever he posts it? Does he say a eulogy or say something nice or we're sorry this person passed to every single celebrity and athlete and public figure that passes away? If the answer is no.
Yeah, he pretty much answers, he pretty much talks about all these things. Yeah.
But if he doesn't do it for everyone.
He pretty much does it for everybody. I mean, when I say pretty much, if they were in the political fray or someone he respected, he talks about it. He talked about Paul Pelosi. He talked about Nancy Pelosi. He talked about in the Black Caucus. I did a show on him. Can't remember his name, but he Democrat who spoke ill of him. He talks about everybody, and he talks about actors and actresses.
Does he say something about? I'm not talking about because Paul and Nancy are still alive. I'm talking about every single death. Does he come out and say something or make a tweet about every single celebrity, athlete, political figure that dies?
No, but most of them, yes.
Because if he doesn't do it from everyone,
I just told you he did. Why do you keep saying things that aren't? If my grandmother had balls, she'd be my grandfather. If he does. I just told you he does. On Truth, he comes out and he talks about just about everything. He talks about the football games. He talks about Kathy Griffith. He talks about Madonna when she said what she said, and Johnny Depp, and talked about he uses truth as a focal and a voice to get his message out. He's always been that way, and he considers it not from his presidential duties, but as Donald J. Trump as a citizen. And I think the difference between us is that people assume that because he's on Truth, he has to be presidential, and in my opinion, that's the one place he doesn't have to be presidential. I don't know. Like, I'm having a hard time with this. I mean, it's either freedom of speech or it's not. Did he say, I'm glad he's dead? No. Did he say, I'm going to celebrate his demise? No. He just said this person was a kook. And
I'm not arguing with his free speech. He's an American. We've got free speech. He can say whatever he wants. It doesn't mean I have to agree. And it doesn't mean I have to celebrate what he says. And it does mean I can be disappointed and not agree with what he says every once in a while. And in this point, I am disappointed at what he said.
So that's fine. So this is an irrational thought because he has not spoken about every single person, about every single situation. Therefore, he doesn't have a right to say it. That's ridiculous. That's like saying because we don't cover every single thing that Candace says that we don't have a right to talk about her.
That's a good point.
So I think that's a stupid argument. Just not necessarily that you're stupid. I just think that there's people who believe this. And I'm like, he doesn't have to. Because when somebody, listen, Rob Reiner has spent 10 years going after Donald Trump in a completely ridiculous and insane way. I just showed you.
Yeah.
There are thousands of posts from this guy going after Trump, and a lot of it is salacious lies.
Well, majority of what the left-wing media says about him.
So
is
why should
lies.
why should we care? You know what I mean? I just don't. Listen, here's what I'm saying. I think it's okay to show. Okay, so all you people who are in here, did you guys show the same deference to Paul Pelosi? Who wasn't killed? Did you guys make hammer jokes? Did you make gay jokes? Did you make underwear jokes? You did. So I'm waiting for the comment section on this. So you guys are okay with it, just as long as the president doesn't do it.
I think the president is held to a higher standard. That, in my opinion, he's the face of our country. I think he's held to a higher standard, and he needs to have a little more tact.
Fair enough. Once again, I've got a lot of feelings on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know anyone who mourned what happened to Paul Pelosi. Not one. In fact, a lot of people that was his gay lover. He deserved it. Look at the insider trading, and we're pretty vindictive about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just think we need to have, I think the one thing I love about Donald Trump is he doesn't bullshit and doesn't lie, and he speaks how he feels. And if we're all doing it towards people, then why shouldn't he represent us?
And I totally understand that. And I love him as our president. I think he's our best president, especially in my lifetime.
But should have had more decorum.
Yeah. I mean, I love you. You're my favorite person on the planet besides Ethan and Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean I 100% agree with you every second of the day. And I like every single thing you say or do.
No, and I wouldn't want you to.
Exactly. So.
And I'm not defending what Donald Trump said. I'm simply offering a perspective that's different than the narrative right now where all the Republicans are, woe is me.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
It's so
fake.
phony. It's so phony.
You shouldn't be
Should we
fake.
lower our flags to half staff for Rob Reiner?
No.
And what if you find out later that he was raping his kid? Because there was rumors that in his first marriage and the daughter that there was some things that were happening. What happens if you find out that he was involved in some pretty horrific things? Are we going to say the same things? What if Donald Trump knows those things? Do you think the FBI is not looking into this? Do you think the sheriff's department's not looking into it? I'm just saying, should we? I understand where you guys are coming from. I do. I just don't want my president to be phony. I don't want the Obama thing when the Dallas police are 5 Dallas police officers are slain, and then he does a BLM funeral the morning of, then flies into Dallas and pretends that he cares about cops. Yeah. I don't want that guy.
No, I don't either. Like I said, I love Donald Trump, and I love his openness and his honesty.
Joe Millington has something to say. He says, which is hilarious. Oh my God. I don't know how you people, first of all, it's singular because Olivia hasn't defended Trump at all. I can't believe you fuckers found a way to defend Trump's statement today about the Reiner murders. It's like you said it yourselves. Unfucking believable. Josephine, relax on clutching your pearls, sweetheart. We're having a conversation on, is this as serious as people are making it out to be? And obviously you take it very seriously. Nobody here celebrated Rob Reiner dying. Nobody defended Trump. What we're trying to do is offer a different perspective because we're all playing here. See, it's interesting, Joe. Show me your post about Charlie Kirk and your outrage at the left saying those things about Charlie Kirk celebrating his death, mocking Erica Kirk. Show me, and I'll donate right now to any charity you want, $250. You can't show me that because you have selective outrage. So nobody's defending Donald Trump. We're a conversation-based show. We have disagreements. We bring both sides to the equation. And that's the whole premise of the show. So I know it's unfucking believable that people bring different perspectives to conversations, and it's just not the regurgitated CNN and MS Now talking points that you have. But we like to go ahead and formulate our own opinions here. So if that really offends you, then perhaps you could go to another channel like The View or Men's Menstruation Monthly and see if you can find something that's more acquiesced to your palate. If we're not your particular brand of vodka, that is, Josephine. I'll put it this way. I wouldn't invite Donald Trump over for dinner, but if he could run for office again, I would vote for him again. It's interesting. Maybe his comment was just a little bit too lengthy if he had to make one, Sandy says. Maybe. I think that everybody's statement is correct. I think Olivia nailed it on the head. Maybe he shouldn't have said anything at all. Maybe the best course of action is just not to say something. But it's his platform, and he can say whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah.
You're just asking questions, man. That's right. I'm just asking questions. What's wrong with you guys? He didn't go jumping jacks like the left. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that people are like, oh, he was a hero. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. And the right are like, oh, how can you say such things about Rob Reiner? Coming from the people who just said all those things about Charlie Kirk. You know, people went for In the Neck and made those videos and then dressed up as the Freedom shirt with blood all over it with a hole in their neck. Yeah, those people. Oh, yeah. Oh, the savagery. Yeah. People can't handle Trump because he's not a politician, just a regular person. He is, at least on his own personal social media platform. JD Stillwell says, usually a president would be asked by the media about the person incident and give a statement. In the past, perfectly good scenario. The media twists Trump's words in social media posts and text, so no tone and lacks context. Sometimes maybe a verbal statement would have come across differently. I don't know. I think Donald Trump said exactly what he meant to say. I don't think he minces words at all. What are we going to do if we find out something different? Cry about it or give it to God or move on with our lives? I don't know if I understand that statement. I don't think anyone's crying about anything. I think what we're trying to do is do what we always do and dissect what's in the news and have a conversation about it. I think you're going to find out a lot about Rob Reiner in the next few months. And I have a sneaking suspicion, after the child of the matriarch and patriarch of the family had their throats slit, that is a very vindictive and hateful crime with no chance for recourse of getting insurance money or inheritance. His point was to murder them. Why?
Brenda had a good thought. If the tables were turned, what would Rob Reiner say about Trump?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think we know by what Rob Reiner said about Charlie Kirk. And that was very admirable. But that still doesn't go ahead and change the whole point that he very well could have been acting like everyone else is, because his past, just like, see, the one thing I don't want, okay, what if Donald Trump would have come out and said, you know what, Rob Reiner, great movies, a hero to American iconism, and it's such a devastating thing, and Melania and I are praying, and we're so saddened by this event. You know what? Everyone would be like, what? That's bullshit. Trump didn't, at least he said what that's my point. He spoke the truth. We may not like the truth, but that's what he said. Trump's Trump. That's it. Hold on. Somebody said something about 3 years. Yeah, and that's my point. Donald J. Trump knows something about the Reiner world. He's a celebrity too, and there could be something there. And it's not like Reiner didn't work with NBC. There's some things that, you know, we don't know. Who said something about 3 years?
I didn't see it.
I don't know. Somebody said, you've been here for 3 years and don't get how this show works.
Oh, they're probably talking to somebody else. Maybe the Joe person's been here for 3 years.
I agree, Matt. You didn't have any problem calling my governor a retard. It's like it comes out naturally. Right. See? Trying to think of the rest. Okay.
All right. I'm going to put this in.
Even Wall said he was hoping to hear of Trump's death on stage. Right. I'm tired of two-faced lying politicians and
Thank you, Frank. Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Frank. Love you all. $50.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Frankie.
it. Thanks to start out the night.
All right. So once again, the trolls are the trolls. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Olivia made some great points. And then the other troll who was there, who we know who you are. Yeah. Nice job going after Olivia. What a putz.
I can handle my own.
You're just jealous because she's not squeezing your pink squishy balls. She usually has blue. She usually has two of them in her hand or mouth, depending upon the night and the situation. Pound it.
Owens.
Pound it.
No.
Pound it.
No, that's gross. No.
What? Are we going to play this game? Are we going to pretend
Diane
virtue?
Ramirez, thank you very much. Matt and Olivia wishing you a Christ-filled Christmas. Many blessings for the new year. Much love, your family. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Ooh, Brian Hayek, new guy, says, I believe DJT's comment, although true, was rantish and poorly written. DJT is surely not a true political orator. No, he's not. I mean, but there's a difference. I agree with you. He's not an Obama. Obama, Reagan, Kennedy, amazing orators. I mean, full of shit with Obama, but amazing orators. But if you look at Trump, he was a lot like Carter. He had a way of speaking to people, and that was probably the only good thing that Carter brought, was his ability to speak to what would be considered the Rust Belt and the flyover states. And Trump speaks well enough for us, but not all of us. Like, I get frustrated with him. His monosyllabic vocabulary is a little frustrating at times. And I'll be honest with you, I read it about Rob Reiner. I was like, that was too much. But we don't know. I like the truth too, Brenda. Brenda says I like the truth. I do too. Love your headband, Olivia. Dang, it's Matt's balls. Really? No, she would never do that. She's Christian-like, and we eat ice cream and read scripture. I didn't see her last night. Someone is on the couch tonight. That's not going to happen. Not after last night. I was.
Or this morning.
Oh. Pound it. Pound it.
Pound
it. So did I. All right. So the report. Don't spit out. We don't want to break a trend.
Oh, you're horrible.
Oh no, that's not true either. That's a lie.
Hopefully there's no young ones watching tonight.
Snow young ones?
No young ones.
Okay, so here's the thing. The Brown University shooting. Like, this thing is...
cluster.
Like, oh my God. Like, the level of frustration, we're going to go into it. The reporters are crushing. And good. The reporters should be crushing, but they talked to the president 6 hours. Not the president of the United States, but the president of the university. And 6 hours after the shooting, they're like, what was this class? Who had access? Who had cameras? Did you have guards? Did you have... And she's like, I don't know. And they're like, lady, it's been 6 hours. What the F have you been doing? This just happened right at 5 o'clock. I've got 2 videos to show you. But these reporters are not letting this go about the cameras. And they're not playing. Just watch this.
It's about the process.
The most common question I've gotten in the last 24 hours, it revolves around the fact that Brown University is the most camera-ridden, most conscious piece of real estate in Rhode Island. And yet there seems to be little or no video evidence outside of that clip. You know, respecting the investigation, is there a lot more video that we're just not able to see yet because of the ongoing investigation? Or is there simply no video?
So what we shared with you the other day is what we have that we could share, and then we'll continue to, again, we're continuing to collect evidence. As we speak, we have detectives out there trying to continue to find. So I don't want to tell you that there's no more video because we might find something within the next few minutes. So yes, it's possible, but what we gave you the other day is what we have. Go ahead.
So, okay, well, let's watch the second half of this. And somebody said this is supposed to be PG-13. That was PG-13. That was good enough for Disney. We spoke in code. Nobody knew who was not of age. Here is the second half of this.
Now, there's a report the shooter yelled something right before his shot came in.
I wonder what it could have been. I'm sure it was Happy Hanukkah or Merry Christmas or Yuletide cheer or Here Catch. I'm sure it was something very loving and has nothing to do with Aloha Snack Bar. Okay? I'm sure. He shouted something. In other news, we have a person in white robes and hoods. They were burning something on black people's lawns. Was it a tiki torch? Was it a Spitfire roast? Were they roasting chestnuts on an open fire? A cross? What do you... Shocking.
You tell us what that was.
Yeah, it's part of the investigation, John, and we'll... Yeah.
Now, the only reason I asked that, though, is For instance, like with the Unabomber, his brother recognized the writing. So it's possible a friend or family member might recognize if the person said something that was significant.
Correct.
So that's why you don't, other than
Merry Christmas, Thomas. Thank you, buddy.
the 9mm, is there anything else inside that auditorium that you could tell us?
No, that's correct. And listen, like I said earlier, investigations will bring us to evidence that we need to collect in order to be able to prosecute.
But did yell something.
With that being said, we're going to continue to collect evidence, and if it leads us to something to that nature that's going to be extremely helpful for us to identify somebody, we'll be the first ones to put it out.
Alex, follow up on John's question. Did the suspect yell, like has been reported, and there's been some erroneous reporting, but did he yell when he came in the classroom? And how valuable have witness statements been from those who survived?
Listen, my heart goes out to the victims. It goes out to the families, and I'll tell you that their cooperation has been extremely helpful. And that, with that being said, we'll continue, and I'm going to respect the fact that, and I hope that they get better, and my heart and soul goes out to them. So,
Did he yell though? Did
so that's something that we're investigating. We took statements, and we have to confirm that.
So,
We're gonna wrap it up here.
That's a cluster.
I mean, what possibly could you be investigating where you could not say what the shooter shouted out? And that would not help you uncover who the shooter is. Here is Fox News, where I'm going to show you the video, and I also have the Providence. I follow the Providence page. I'll show you that too, Rhode Island Providence page, which has all the latest updates. And we're going to share it because 30,000 people will see this video in the next 30 days. And, you never know. I will tell you this. They're going to find him based on the jacket. I said it first time I saw the video. I said, the jacket. Mm-hmm. What an idiot. A two-tone jacket, dark green and top black, looked very much like a Patagonia or Columbia-based type jacket. You're going to, that right there, you don't need to see someone's face. I was telling Olivia, I said, if you saw my Dumb Nation jacket or Colorado Avalanche jacket, there's people who've seen me in that. You've really narrowed it to probably a couple thousand people will be able to look at that jacket and say, based on his weight, based on his height, based on his gait, this looks like Bob. And so really a stupid thing from that shooter, because that jacket's going to give it away. I'm telling you, they'll know who makes that jacket, where it went out. They will put a cross reference if they know that he did shot Aloha snack bar. Then they will use Islamic names and Arab names. Who purchased it on Amazon? Who purchased it at American Eagle or Patagonia or Columbia? And they'll have a list of maybe 30,000 people. And out of those 30,000, maybe 1,000 were Muslim. And then they're going to find people who paid tolls or slept in a hotel who share those same names, run the credit checks on those people, put it in an algorithm and identify anyone who was in the vicinity or area. And they're going to narrow it down to a couple people. And when they do, they'll find the guy. Technology today is too advanced. So they're putting this out for that reason. And it's enough. Or a lot of people are like, there's no way they can tell who the shooter is. You guys are focusing on the wrong things. Focus on the jacket. The jacket's going to give it away. Mark my words. I'm wrong about these things once every millennium.
This is the first video that we're showing you. This is the individual walking on the sidewalk of Benevolent. And this is prior to the incident. Here we go again with this video too, Mike. Again, you see him walking.
That's a very purposeful gait. Somebody should call the Blaze and see if they can go ahead and find out who it is based on their walk. Real constructive journalism from Glenn Beck and the Blaze. It's a woman. Yeah, you were wrong. Did they throw a retraction story up from Glenn Beck and Black and whatever the fuck his name is in the Blaze?
Move on to the third video.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a beer belly. That's another thing. You're going to be able to tell the size of the jacket,
You want
too.
to- this
So
is
based
some
on the
photo-
size of the jacket,
photo-
they'll be able to narrow it down by that,
photo-
too. See, this is the jacket. See the jacket? It's
And they will all
two-tone.
be
See how it's like a dark green on the bottom? Long. And then on the top, it's black with sleeves. So it's like a dark gray. It's a two-tone jacket. That jacket's going to be easy to identify.
time stamped. The last photo.
I think this is the one that really shows the jacket. Yep, see?
Thank you. So
Then you go ahead and you cross-reference the jacket with the hat. And anyone who made a purchase with it, so they're going to find this guy. That's not hard. So they'll cross-reference the jacket. They'll cross-reference the hat. They'll probably find some Amazon purchase with that jacket and that hat, and it's on the same damn ticket. And it will be in an area. He probably drove to Rhode Island. We don't know why. Maybe he's a local. Doesn't matter. But this is how you find him. Looks black. Looks all black to me. It's not all black.
I see the green. The middle part's green. The bottom part is green.
I'll show him. Yeah. There you go. See? See the different colors in the jacket? Yep. So, well, you know what? Let's just do something fun. Remember when we did this with the Tennessee bomber and found the RV on Google Maps? And I'm like, holy shit. Amazon. Two-tone winter jacket, dark gray / green, black. All right. And
Put men's.
Yes. Did we really find that on the first shot pretty much? Or is that just me?
Let me look at it.
So that's
Similar,
close.
but no, because
it's
it had the
two-tone.
black was up here and the green was on the bottom. It was,
Yeah.
it's like almost like our Columbia jacket we have, where there's a
Mhm.
line right here, but it's
was me.
two-toned.
It was I did it.
Luckily, our jacket doesn't have green in it.
So let's go ahead and type it here. Do. It's kind of like this.
That looks
There it is.
very similar.
It's a North Face.
Yep, that looks a lot
That's
like
real
it.
close. That's basically what he has. So that's what they're going to do. That's what the FBI is going to do. And they'll go and they'll find this and they'll find the exact make of the jacket. They'll have all of it and they'll break it down. But that's pretty consistent with what we're talking about. But that's what they do. They just do it just like this. They go through, they type it in. See, this is a puffy. That's not quite the same thing, but that's what it looked like. But it wasn't a puffy.
Mm-mm.
So and they'll check all these sales, and it's gonna be they'll find the jacket.
Melanie said, look at the bottom. She said there was a decal on the bottom of the jacket.
A decal?
Like a picture.
Oh,
I didn't see it, so let's look.
I'm looking. Oh, it's got a buckle.
What about see where his hand is? Right, left.
Yep.
Right there.
Okay, let's watch this again.
Be providing this as well, and I ask you all to please be timestamped.
Let's go
prior
to
to the incident.
Let's go to Providence.
Here we go again with this video.
And see what they've got. Get better resolution right here. Oh yeah, look at that.
Does he have something in his jacket, or does
no? Look, that's it. Look at the back.
Yeah.
Look at the back. If we can see the North Face logo.
Does he have? But it looks like it's poofy in the front, as far as like it looks like he's carrying
he had a
something,
handgun.
or if he's just fat.
No, he's fat. It looks like a soft shell jacket or even like a tactical pullover. It looks like a tactical pullover. You know what I mean? It's got a hood too. Could it be an NFL hoodie? Black sleeves.
NFL hoodie?
Yeah, you know, like the NFL camo hoodies? It's a hoodie.
Is it?
Yeah. The sleeves are interesting. Okay, let's keep looking. This is interesting. Oh, here's a good look at it. There it is. There it is. That's why you love Twitter.
Trading company.
That's why you love Twitter. Want to know why? Because Twitter found it. Do you like the jacket in this photo? There it is. I just saw it over in the right-hand column and I clicked it. You guys saw me do it. This is it. The independent trading company.
That's funny.
Like, you know, who needs the FBI? It's a lightweight windbreaker. That's close, but it's green. Okay, we got it. I'm not going to buy anything from you. It's a two-tone like that.
It's going to be that, but you can pick a different color.
Yeah. It says it's out of stock. So it's on clearance. It looks just like that. So this is even worse because it's obscure, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's at Amazon, like I said. Okay, so there's that. The question is the color. See, this guy's going to pick up something on Amazon, and they'll find the hat and the hoodie, and it will narrow it down. That's what it is. I want to see the back side of it. Because
it's a jacket, though, because it's got the zipper up the front.
No, I understand. But that's the style.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting, huh?
Yep.
See if I can do this. That's pretty close. Yeah, and it's even, see, it's got the wraparound right here. That little bezel.
Yeah.
That's the same one. It keeps pulling up the same picture. It looks like it's just sold. Is that it? The green? That's gray. And the gray could just be the... There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm pretty much sold. That looks pretty freaking close. It's got the same hoodie. Let's go back here. Holy shit. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at same cuffs. It's got the strings. There it is. That's the jacket. So now you got his jacket, and you're going to look for the hoodie. See if a guy has a mask. They're going to find this guy. They'll find him. And somebody will see it's right there for sale. Unbelievable. Any other? Oh, here you go. Open image in new window. There's like a tag there. It's maybe a ski tag.
I don't know.
Could be a ski tag, or it could just be a little part of the jacket buckle. You know, like a pull string or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that's the jacket for sure. See, now you can get his weight because you can see the crease in his neck. This guy's middle age. He's probably closer to 45, 48 years old maybe. Heavy set. Dark brown hair. You can see his eyebrows right here. Wearing a stocking cap. Let's see if there's anything else from Providence. There's no new video. Check out this with high def. That's the jacket, all right. All right. Now, I want you to imagine 3,000 agents working on this. They're going to find this guy. See, anybody else have anything to say?
Mm-mm.
Conservative group on campus. The girl was killed. Look at the bottom of the jacket guy wearing. There's a decal on the outside. Matt is now on their short list. Yeah. Reading everybody. Call the FBI with a tip. Sure. They already know, guys. I did this for a living, and they're better at it than I am. I would say that jacket is at least a 3XL. And the reason why is because of the gut. So he's wearing a 3XL. That's massive. And you can tell because it's really baggy in the sleeves, but it's really tight around the tummy. So he's got a gut. And it's a guy that used to have a gut like that. I'm aware. Yeah, he's a pretty big boy. He's tall and thick for sure. You guys, make sure to share this. Donations are at $60. Holy shit. We got to get a commercial in here, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
It's already 8:30. Oh my God, we're in trouble.
Well, we've only been doing news for an hour because
Okay.
we spent the first 30
All right,
minutes
then let's do a couple other stories and then we got to do a commercial because we're getting killed. Okay, next is, let's see if there's anything else. There's so much more.
Yeah, I sent you a lot too.
Oh, this is great. This was done by Turning Point today, and they had a Special Forces sniper on, and it's going to be the same stuff that I've told you. Tag could be on his shirt tail like Dickies. Yeah, it could be a Dickies jacket. You're absolutely right. Shoe size, 10.5 to 12. Yeah. Yep. That's a bigger than an extra large, though. That's a big jacket. Okay. So here's this is really good. So Turning Point interviewed a sniper who went through and walked the school. Did I hear about Bongino leaving the FBI? I heard that Bongino was going to spend the next couple of weeks to decide, and that the first of the year was going to. This was rumored. I don't believe that he has confirmed he was leaving, unless I'm wrong. Leaving a check. Bongino. Yeah. I heard that it was a couple of different sources had reported it. But they've also reported that him and Pam Bondi were hating each other and he was going to retire or quit months ago. So I don't know.
Potentially. He's still thinking.
Yeah. So there it is. Okay. When he says it, I'll believe it. Here's the video. Yeah, jacket's in the trash by now. That doesn't matter.
He wasn't wearing gloves, which means there's going to be fingerprints.
It doesn't matter if the jacket's in the trash. You're trying to find out. He had to buy it. And you're going to be able to narrow it down. Just like I did. It took me 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes to do that. Now go ahead and find the shoes. And then find, like I said, the beanie. Then he had to get the mask somewhere. Then you cross-reference that with names. Just like I told you. It doesn't matter whether he threw it away. The point is to get his name. Matt, is the gun under his coat because it looks puffy? It's in his right-hand pocket. The puffy, he's fat. It was a handgun. I print 0. I could put this handgun in my waist and you would have no idea that it's on me. I carry this all the time and you can't tell. It's a concealed carry. And you can't tell. Right, Liv?
No, you can't tell at all.
So I can do front carry, front waist, appendix carry, and I can do it middle of my back. I prefer middle of my back because I don't want people seeing what I'm doing. You can't tell that this is on me. He can do the same thing. He can even have a mag or two. I can have 2 mags on me and nobody knows. Okay, here's the video. You guys want to watch this? It's about 4 minutes. It's good enough.
Gary, tell us what you saw when you visited UVU.
Yeah, so one of the things that I wanted to do while I was there at the time, there was a lot of different conspiracies. We had the palm gun, we had different shooters in different locations. And what I thought was really important to do was go there. Number one, talk to eyewitnesses. I talked to multiple eyewitnesses while I was there. They had very, very similar stories. The other thing I did while I was there was
Diane, I don't know if I forgot to thank you for the donation. Diane, thank you for the donation.
Flew a drone. And what we did was a 3D map survey of the campus. And we have since built a 3D model of that's interactive. People can download it for free. It's on my X account. In that way, people can kind of see what is possible, what has lines of sight. And I knew just from what people were saying that some of these theories that they were putting out just weren't possible. I knew there was no line of sight. And then on top of that, I just wanted to get some hard ground truth and see what was going on. And, this case was important to me. I was a big fan of Charlie's, felt personal. And I think, if you're going to get to the truth, you need to get there. You need to talk to some people and you need to see the ground truth. And, that's kind of what we did.
Yeah. And there's a video here, Gary. I'm just going to say show it really quick so people can see how easy it ultimately was to get on this rooftop access point, 133.
All right, folks. So here's the stairs. They go to the roof. Wow. This wall is about maybe 3 feet tall. All right, so right there is the shooting position. It's about 200 feet away from there. You don't need to be Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, you don't even need arms. You can literally get up there if you didn't have arms.
Wow.
That's a good visual. That's a good visual. So just from your knowledge across the spectrum and your own visits, do you feel there's any misconceptions that you're seeing repeated over and over and over again that have spread really far that, in your opinion, are pretty easily debunked or opposed?
Yeah, there's been a cycle of people taking very normal things or maybe even slightly abnormal and then turning them into suspicious items, right? One of the things that really struck me on the ground there was exactly how easy this entire thing was. Before I went there, one of the things that was being portrayed was like this was, some big conspiracy. It's very complex. You need professional hitmen. It's 140 yards. It's so far, all these things. Now, I knew the distances was nothing, especially for a scoped rifle. I mean, that is, my 8-year-old son was going to courses with us shooting 1,200 yards. It's not hard. And then once you see the layout of the campus, looking at it from a security standpoint, unfortunately, it was a real challenge. Once the information was out that this was the location, and then on top of that, once you look at the UVU courtyard, it is channelized. It's obvious where any sort of speaker is going to be. So, the thing that shocked me the most was how easy this was. And then once we get into coming back and then hearing things like, hey, you know what, you need to be Spider-Man, or people think that you have to have some sort of special access or that you have to climb up to the roof, when in reality, you walk right up to the roof. The pathway that goes in between buildings is level with the roof. And the only thing that separates that walkway from the roof is, a 3-foot guardrail that you just step over and now you have access. And the other thing is it's very obvious to me if you just look at Google Maps, if you're trying to plan this operation, it's simple. It's not that hard and it's not that complicated.
So everything we've been saying, and listen, Candace Owens is now talking to Erica Kirk today. You heard this after Candace Owens said that there was going to be a 9/11 style attack over the last 2 weeks, which we're going to talk about. And Candace was right. But this is nothing that is unbeknownst to pretty much anyone in the community, is they've been talking about this since August. And Leroy and I have covered on the shows that how many times last year did we tell you, hey guys, when you go out, you might just want to keep your head on a swivel and watch, and this weekend, blah, 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 blah. This isn't. So Candace is right. There has been rumors of an attack, and they actually thwarted a January 1st attack. So you got to give it to Candace. Right. But here's the problem. Is that she's so full of crap on everything else that when something's really important, you have to question her and see if she's believable or not. Yeah. This is why credibility is important. This is why,
the thing is, I'll
take my audience versus her audience. And here's the position. So Crowder, who I just love the guy. Every time I watch him, I just love him more and more. He's really coming into his own, and he's always been great. But this is what Candace Owens said, and it's important because we're going to keep following the story. It says Candace Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion on Monday, December 15th at Real Candace O, and I have agreed that public discussion, live streams, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I look forward to a productive conversation. Thank you. This is good. This is the way it should have been done, and it should have been done long before this. Do I expect Candace? your thoughts, Liv. Your
the
thoughts.
meeting?
Your thoughts on this. Which Candace do we see? There's one of two things. You know what? What do you think? What type? What do you expect from this? What type of Candace? Because give me the options of what we could see from her. There's got to be more than one.
Well, I'm pretty shocked that she did go, for starters.
Right.
That she actually did this. I think there's going to be a couple sides to Candace. I think when she's in the room with Erica, she's going to be understanding and caring and, oh, I'm so sorry. I love Charlie too. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then as soon as she gets back to her audience, she's going to talk a bunch of shit.
Could be.
And spew a bunch of lies. That's my thought, because that's the only side I've ever seen of her.
Do you think it could be a possibility that Candace knows she's in too deep? Like the courts are starting to, information is starting to come out. And anyone who is involved from an investigatory body, prosecution is starting to, the state is talking. And people are saying that the amount of evidence against Tyler Robertson is so insurmountable that they have to have cameras on here, because it's going to literally destroy Candace Owens and other people who've said that this is fake. She's getting word on that. Do you think this could just be a reprieve for her? This ability for her to step back and walk some of these things back. After talking to Erica, these are some of the things that I have found out, and I have had my questions answered. And maybe not Tyler Robinson is most assuredly the killer. I'm going to keep asking questions, but a lot of the questions that I had about TPUSA have been laid to rest. I think Candace has kind of painted herself into a corner here where she has made an ungodly amount of false predictions that nothing has come true. And this gives her a chance to take a reprieve and walk it back. What do you think?
I don't know. I think there's always an ulterior motive when it comes to Candace, and she only cares about herself.
Wait a second. Dodie says what? It's supposed to start at 9 p.m. Are you able to play it? Play what?
Did they already meet Erica and
Oh,
Candace?
is this the TPUSA thing? If we're gonna run, we're at $60, guys. I can't go an extra hour. I'm sorry. It's Christmas. If we can try to hit goal, let me see. This is the TPUSA thing you're telling me?
Erica posted that Candace Owens and I are meeting.
Hold on.
Okay, we're looking.
And I'm not trying to hold anyone hostage here, but it's just a point of. I don't know what we're talking about. What do you mean 9:30?
I don't know.
I don't know what's supposed to be played. I know they were supposed to do the. Okay. I'm looking at TPUSA and I don't see it. If someone could help me out with the links, that would be impressive.
Yeah.
This is Turning Point, America Fast. Yeah, I thought they were putting it on hold too. And that's what Erica was saying. I don't think it's tonight. I think they're putting it on hold. Hold on, I'm reading. Candace and Erica at 9 p.m.? What? What?
Where?
Okay. You either need to call into the show and give us this, because I didn't hear this. I've been focused on other things. Okay, Eric and I had an extremely productive 4.5-hour meeting that I think we both feel should have taken place at a lot earlier than it did. We agreed much more than I had anticipated. Of course, we also disagreed. Most importantly, we're able to share intel and clarify intent. I will, of course, have a full rundown for you all tomorrow. I'm currently exhausted. I wanted to quickly let you guys know that absolutely nothing was held back, and the immediate result was that tensions were thawed. There's nothing out about Candace and Erica Kirk yet. I don't know where you guys are hearing this. I would know. I think this is just, I think Candace will talk about it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's go back to what we were doing. we are going to have to play the commercial because we're getting slaughtered tonight. We got a lot of people on too. Shocking. 138 people. Please, folks, send this out to Twitter. It's been killing us. Here is the video. We'll be right back. Don't leave us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations, but after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking I can't do it. I can't untighten it.
That's what she said.
That's what she's. Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pounded. Pounded.
Ugh.
Pound.
Child
Good for you.
15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm going to punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something
There's no but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old? Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
Better than
Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just, go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Spear family, I bet we make no money.
But I'm gonna owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, doo 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 doo.
Yes, thank you for your support, folks. We appreciate it. By the way, all new coffee available over at thedumbshow.com. And we can very far from goal. And we certainly appreciate when you can help us out. We've got a little overtime, hopefully scheduled. There is no Candace Owens show. Everything that I've read, she's not going to talk until tomorrow.
Thank you, Angela.
Can't do what I'm talking, honey.
Sorry, I pressed play before you started. Sorry.
Sorry. You did it right when I was talking. Nice try, though. Angela, thank you so much. $5, all you can do. Folks, you don't need to apologize. Anything helps, and it makes the world go round. So we thank you. Yeah, folks, I don't see anything about Candace Owens. It says tomorrow. She said she's had a 4.5-hour talk with Erica Kirk. I don't imagine that there's going to be anything until tomorrow. So let's see what happens. Let's see what Candace says. She's going to have to... she's going to have to walk some things back in order to make this work. And the funny thing is she's going to feel the full venom of her followers. These people are nuts. And they're going to be like, oh, she got to you. You got the phone call. You must have got the Jewish money. You know, they're going to turn on Candace. If she doesn't come out and say, I'm now more convinced ever that this was the Jews and this was blah, blah. If she doesn't do that, they're going to turn on her because they don't believe anything. They don't care. They're nuts. They're just as bad as she is. So anyway, Crowder had some things to say today that I thought were very interesting, and these are my sentiments exactly. I'm going to let him go ahead and say what I was going to say, and then we'll talk about some other things. Folks, if you've not had a chance to donate, please do. $65, horribly past goal, and we're almost 2 hours in. So here we go with this video. Watch this.
Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion Monday, December 15th. Candace and I have agreed that public discussions, live streams, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I look forward to a productive conversation. Candace said I'm very much looking forward to this discussion. Look, here's my prediction for this, okay? This is going to take place And afterward, I would bet that Candace will say, look, I said that Erica would be the only one who could make me stop if she asked. And the questions have been answered in relation to TPUSA being implicated. I think she's going to walk this back. I think that there's probably quite a bit of pressure right now. The tides have turned. And I think it's probably going to cool temperatures quite a bit. I would be willing to bet that Candace is going to have to walk some things back or play this a little more carefully moving forward. And the truth is, it would be best for this to be put to rest. It doesn't mean that anyone evades accountability, but truth is what matters most here. And I hope that's what comes of this. I would be willing to bet that Candace walks it back, and this is not going to be continuing down the same path.
Yeah, and Candace did start to face a lot of pressure because of that comment that Erica was the one who could make her stop. Erica did tell her to stop, and people were pointing out that Candace had not stopped.
Right.
So we'll see if it was an in-person thing or not.
Yeah. So, and you guys let me know what you expect from this. I hope. I really do hope so. It's, if you want to go on and say, you want to say Mossad, you want to say the French Legionnaire, the Legionnaire Gendarmerie, whatever, 13th Brigade, even though they don't have brigades, fine. But the implication that TPUSA and his family, and Candace can say she didn't imply Erica Kirk, but you see this out there. A lot of people implying that she was complicit or involved. They're going to have to go through this trial. This is this woman's husband who died. I get it. She's CEO of TPUSA, but she is a grieving widow. I really do hope that there can be a ceasefire here and she can enjoy as best she can Christmas with her family and for the.
I agree with everything except for the ceasefire. Let Candace continue to destroy herself. She doesn't deserve her platform. She doesn't deserve the people that follow her. She doesn't deserve their trust from any movement, especially the conservative movement. Let her crash and burn. Mm-hmm. And I think what she's going to find, though, is she's created her army and they're not going to believe her.
Yeah, she needs to burn all her bridges.
She's going to. Her audience is they're going to crucify her. And they're not going to crucify her because she was wrong. They're going to crucify her because they won't believe that she is telling the truth now, and that everything she's been selling them is the truth. They refuse to admit that they're stupid, and this is what people do. This is why cures are still cures. This is why the people who support some of the dumbest notions in the world continue to believe them, because they can't possibly fathom anything other than this. So she's going to find out that they're going to give her the J.K. Rowling treatment. Folks, I hate to keep harping, but we are
235 from goal.
That's a big one. That's like probably the worst deficit we've had.
Probably especially at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
849.
So we need a hero. Yeah.
Did you see that dude's shirt? Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yeah. Changed my mind.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah,
reminds me of you.
Thanks. So, well, that's nice to say that. Not him. It was Crowder who wore it, but I've seen him wear it. So here's the deal. This is from I think it's Bondi Beach in Australia.
We actually had
Matt, Erica is on Fox now. Okay. All right. No.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Don't do it. Don't start something new, and don't put in a donation, because we're going into a video. If she's on Jesse, I'm assuming. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you like you were two. Where? I don't see her on.
Was she at the beginning of Jesse?
I've got it here, but I don't think she's on. I DVR 24 hours a day, Fox and all the news stations, just so we can do this for breaking news. Trust me, it's very helpful. Dude, something wrong with that kid. James Woods. No, I don't see her on. Maybe she'll come on. If she does, let me know. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, Dane from YouTube, one of our listeners, he left to go to the memorial at Bondi.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Please be safe. Seriously. This is a video of the responders, and I put up a pretty scathing meme today that said pretty much if you take a look at relying on the government, we'll protect you, we'll keep you safe, and then you see these officers hiding behind cars. If you look right down in here, you're going to see there's a woman and she's holding on to this. This is a police truck, but it's got a cage to hold people in, or a tactical truck where they would put 5-6 guys in, tactical pop out. But this is where the shooters were on this bridge, and this officer, female, a male officer, is trying to get her. It's okay, Tommy. Just let me know. This other male officer is trying to pull her off to join the rest. You don't watch this, Liv.
Yes, I am.
And
I'm looking at something.
she won't leave. And we don't know what's being said, but she's absolutely does not want to leave. Here it is.
Why is she freaking out?
Well, they're unarmed. They're untrained. They're supposed to use de-escalation techniques, and nobody knows what the field of battle feels like until you're in it. You can play Call of Duty all you want. You can coalesce all you want and pretend that you know how you're going to react in a situation like this. But she's probably fucking scared. She's probably terrified. We're getting a call from Australia. Which we always enjoy, but we have not had a call from Australia. We have a lot of Australian viewers. Dingo Dundee is calling. Dingo, what's going on, man? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, g'day, mate. How are you?
Doing good. How are you, my friend?
Oh, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Yeah, how's Australia holding up?
Oh, mate, it's been a tragedy. It really has, and this has been brewing for a long time.
Yeah.
Our government, ever since our government recognised Palestine, our government seems to support Islam more than it supports even its own citizens.
Mm.
Our Prime Minister is not a nice person.
No, not at all.
He's, and the fact that it took 20 minutes for the police to arrive, there were 4 police there, they were hiding. They were trying to, nobody intervened. And the first thing they do today is bring out more gun laws.
Yeah.
It's not about the gun laws.
That's right.
It's about the open immigration that they brought in. We've had over 1 million people come into this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think they're vetted. I mean, I don't know whether you know the whole backstory, but the father came into Australia on a student visa back in 1998.
Correct.
And yet he's not even an Australian citizen.
That's right.
And he was able to get weapons, which is really hard for any Australian to get.
Correct.
And then the son was known to ASIO, which is like your Department of Home Affairs or
That's correct. That's
whatever
correct.
you call it. And it's just ludicrous. I mean, this has just never happened since Port Arthur, which was in 1998.
I remember.
Australia was not this sort of country.
No, I was overseas at the time. In fact, we were 2 months removed from Perth in 1998, and we had just left port when that had taken place. So we were just in country. So I remember that well. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's an absolute tragedy. It should never have happened. But weeks and weeks before, there were protests, Save Palestine. And they were riding horses up and down with a Palestinian flag. There were big confrontations, and the police protected them. Now, this is what happens. If you keep allowing the left to keep going and keep going and keep going, there is going to be a point where it's going to break.
Correct. And it's not the first time you would have seen this. It wouldn't be the first time you saw this in Australia either. I mean, this isn't the first time that this type of woke ideology has entered into Australia and has been repudiated. So the guy was on a terrorist watch list. He had ties to ISIS. He used a Beretta BRX-1, which is a straight pull bolt action, fast action bolt action rifle. It takes an extreme skill set to fire and operate. A bolt action has you take your eyes off reticle and has you go back, and it takes a discipline. Now, that is a very easy action on that Beretta. It is a tactical weapon. It's used by special forces groups. And it's an exceptional mid-range rifle and can be modified to be even longer range. And this guy was able to get on target, cycle, and get back on target and fire off 4 shots in what I counted to be less than 4.1 seconds, which is incredible. That's cyclic rate on.
Oh, he was definitely military. He was definitely military trained.
Yeah, yes, he
I
was.
mean, I'm a veteran myself.
Roger.
And it's just unbelievable. 2 days after, the massacre over in the Middle East on October 7th.
Yeah.
They were standing on the stairs of the Opera House.
Correct.
And chanting, "Gas the Jews, kill the Jews."
Yes.
Nobody intervened. Nobody stopped it. The police didn't, because, look, you have to let them have their say.
Right.
But the problem is it's 2 sides of a coin. If we come out and want to say something, we're the bad people.
Yeah.
Oh, you're racist, or you're Islamophobic, or you just don't like foreigners. Australia was built up of multicultural. I mean, we're actually a bunch of convicts. That's
You
how
are a
this
bunch of
country
you
started.
were a penal colony for England, for God's sakes. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and after the Second World War, you had a huge influx from the Middle East, the Mediterranean.
Yep.
And these people have integrated. They've come into society and wanted to become Australians and wanted to fit in. But we have a lot of people in this country that just don't like us, and our government, we can't defend ourselves.
No.
Now, could you imagine that situation if that happened? And we actually pronounce it Bondi. So it's Bondi Beach, not Bondi.
Did I say Bondi?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit! I know better.
A lot of Americans.
No. I know better, brother. I know better. I spent way too much time in Australia, so I apologize that I said Bondi, and I don't even know why I did. Bondi is absolutely 100% how you pronounce it, and I apologize. I was just we have Pam Bondi out here, and she's the AG, so sometimes you get an old Freudian slip, but no, Bondi for sure.
Yeah, look, if we had the same laws that you had, and people had carry and conceal, that would have lasted around about 5-10 seconds.
Oh, absolutely.
2 shots off, and then they would have been
there were
dead.
3 camera guys that could have taken. Listen, with this little thing, whether you can see or not, that I've got right here, I could have taken them both out at 20 yards, no problem. No problem. I would have killed them both with ease. So, and that's a handgun. It's ridiculous. One handgun could have changed that entire firefight. And those guys' heads were not on swivels. I mean, they were looking down range for 7-8 seconds in some cases. And then, of course, once they lost target, they would turn around and spin around and check their 6s. I mean, the guy had situational awareness, but there were plenty of times to shoot him dead. Plenty of times.
Oh, yeah, and he was in the open, standing on that footbridge.
Yeah, right. All you had to do was take a lateral position to him, and he has no cover. None.
Yeah.
None.
You see, this is the crazy thing about Australia. Like, if, for example, I owned a firearm and you broke into my house and tried to attack my family or my kids or anything else, and I shot you, I'm the one going to jail.
That's right. Why do you think the guy didn't plug him? When the Arab grabbed him and grabbed his long rifle, why didn't he turn around and plug him and set it down?
I don't know why he either didn't
He'd be in jail.
No, not shoot him, but smack him in the head, knock him out, or restrain him. I mean, there was a couple other people who ran in. Why didn't somebody sit on him and restrain him or something?
Well, because they were taking fire from his son. His son was returning fire. That's how he got hit. He wasn't hit first. He went in and took the gun and then was fired upon, got his hand hit and his shoulder hit afterwards. But his son was firing. So you got to understand this whole thing. His son's laying down suppressing fire. I mean, he just probably wanted to get the fuck out of there. But the point is, you had a weapon, and his first instinct was to surrender his one advantage in the tactical firefight and make himself a target in a white shirt against a green background. And with that rifle at that range and with a skilled user, I'm surprised he got hit in the shoulder and just was absolutely not just craniumed from that guy on the bridge.
Yeah, but he didn't restrain him or anything, but he just let him walk away. But as far as Australians are concerned, he was a hero. He disarmed him.
Yep.
And then, he put his obviously. Look, you got to understand. There's a lot of people in Australia that don't even understand weapons.
Of course. Yes, you're right. You're right.
So as soon as something like that happens, it's like, oh my God, I'm almost in Hollywood or a movie or something like this, because it becomes so surreal. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people understand weapons or guns at all. I mean, look, I live in the outback. Most farmers have rifles. You've got your ex-military. But here it's sort of shunned until you have to defend yourself. But what can we defend ourselves with?
Where do you live, Dingo?
You know, there was a guy up in Queensland. He had a break and enter in his house, and he used pepper spray, and he got charged.
Yeah, of course. And the same thing happens in England. Same thing happens in Canada. They wanted a disarmed population, but the problem is that they don't arm their police. And that rapid response team, I mean, this is the problem when you disarm a public. And if you don't think that makes Australia prime target number one for Islamic extremists, they know now. They know that your guys are far behind from any type of response. And this is why they kept hitting Europe. They kept hitting France. They've done 57,000 different Islamic attacks in the last 20 years, and predominantly Europe, predominantly in areas that are disarmed. So if you think Australia is not going to be a target for at least a year or two to go, this isn't going to be the first, and this isn't going to be a last. And with an exceptionally large Jewish population in Australia, relevant to the other countries in the world, it's going to be a target. How close were you to Bondi Beach? How close are you? We had a couple listeners asking.
Oh, look, no, mate, I'm probably about 1,500 miles away.
Okay, so
I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of the outback in South Australia.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's what I was going to ask, if you were south or so. Okay,
but you know, like I've always keep up on news, and I've been watching all this, and I just can't believe a lot of the film footage. But you also got to understand, in Sydney, the eastern suburbs of Sydney, which is like Bellevue Hill, Vaucluse, and Bondi, all that area, that is a huge Jewish population.
Massive, yes.
And 25 miles away, in the western suburbs of Sydney, is one of the biggest Islamic communities.
Correct.
So, you know, and there's been tension before. We've had fire bombings of synagogues in Sydney. Childcare centres owned by Jews, burnt down, graffiti, all this anti-Semitism, and the government has been warned again and again and again and again. But why do governments not listen? I mean, our Prime Minister's probably following what the UN's doing. I mean, England, New Zealand, Canada, Australia, we're all going down the tubes full of immigration.
Yep.
People that haven't been vetted. I mean, our government snuck in a couple of ISIS brides and said, "Oh no, we didn't do it," but they brought them in.
Well, COVID should have shown you where your government's loyalties lie. You know what I mean? So, and also the subcontracts that Donald Trump pulled should have sent a clear indicator that the United States and Australia are falling by the same way as England and Canada. There's just not a lot of level of trust. And those are three of our biggest allies. I mean, we would, on the eastern coast of Australia, we would do tactical operations and do war games every single year with the Australian Navy and the Australian Marines. And we were doing stuff with them all the time. And this is the first time we've pulled out of that. So the relationship with Japan and Hong Kong, when it was in 95, 96 in Australia, was so important. And what we learned after World War II is Chinese, after they try to take Japan and Taiwan, if they ever decide for global expansion, Australia's next. And they want to ensure that the U.S. naval forces are completely cut off from the South Pacific. And the only way you can do that is by taking Australia. And Japan tried to do that. They tried to take the eastern and western side of Australia and failed miserably. But this is like the Battle of Perth, and you understand your history. You understand how critical it is in Australia and how important it is geopolitically and geographically to the U.S. So it worries me. You have no way to defend yourself. I mean, if the Australian military fails and the Navy fails, which it most assuredly will against China, what are you going to do? You can't fight them. Now, you can certainly, they're not going to get you in the outback because the Chinese are going to die a horrible death and miserable. Nobody survives in the outback unless they're trained or Aboriginal. But the most important parts of Australia, which are the coastlines, which where all the thoroughfare is, where all the economy is based and all the military is based, will fall immediately. So, you know, Australia's got to figure it out. I don't know, man. I'm with you. Canada's going through it. They're trying to do it here. But this globalist elites are trying to take care of everything. And man, I hope you call in again. How did you find the show?
I was just scrolling through YouTube, to be honest, mate. And I sort of caught up with you, and I saw on your tag Brown Australia, and I thought, oh, I'd like to have a listen, because I like to hear what, you know, because some Americans have got really no idea what Australia's like. They just think we're full of poisonous snakes, spiders,
you
sharks,
drink Fosters,
crocodiles.
Fosters, and put
spiders the size of small cars.
Yeah. Look. We don't drink Fosters. We send.
I know you don't. It's not Fosters for beer. I know, buddy. Guinness. CO2 and
it's good. It's good for washing your dog to kill fleas.
No shit, right? Yeah. So CO2 injected Guinness, man. Some of the favorite things I've had in Australia. We tried our hand at rugby, and oh god, the American rugby clubs would get fucking annihilated by the Aussies. And you blokes seriously could play some rugby. So we would go out there and we would just do it for the pops, you know. We would do it for drinking on the pitch afterwards. But yeah, incredible. I loved Australia. It's a beautiful place, and it's sad to see where it's going. I mean, it really is. And England's the same way. But
Mate, we need an Uncle Donald. That's what we need.
Yeah, you fucking do.
I don't care what your media says. 90% of Australians love Uncle Donald.
Dude, the whole world loves Donald. It's just the elites that hate him. The elites hate him.
And they hate him because he's doing a good job. Yeah. And he's cleaning up all their mess, and he's exposing it.
Yeah.
But there is big corruption in a lot of governments, especially in the Commonwealth governments.
Yeah.
And unless we start standing up, I mean, one person you should start looking at is a senator called Pauline Hanson from One Nation.
Okay.
She's been doing this for 30 years, and she's our Uncle Donald.
Okay. I will. And you got to call back. You got to call back in and tell us how things are going and keep us up to date. We have a lot of people around the world that watch us, and we've got a lot of Canadians and a lot of Norwegians, Scandinavians, Japanese. I mean, it's funny. We get a lot of viewers, and YouTube's starting to kick off. It's surprising. It took a long time, but we really appreciate you, man, and thank you for
thanks for
calling in. Please do it again, okay?
Oh, thank you very much for letting me speak and taking my call. All I can say is, look, God bless Australia and America.
Yes.
And let's make the world great again.
Yeah.
You guys take care, right?
Thanks, Stingo. We'll talk soon. Call back again. Thanks, buddy. I love Australia.
The accent's awesome.
Oh, Australians are amazing. They're just awesome. Folks, we are there's supposed to be an update on Bondi. Bondi. Jeez. There's supposed to be an update from Bondi.
Oh, I see where the big mouthful. Say
God,
that.
it's just Pam Bondi's killing me, and of course I know Bondi, and it frustrates me that I missed it. But it doesn't matter. People make mistakes. Ask my parents.
Do you want me to put this in?
Yeah, please put them all. We need as much as we can get. Like honestly, we're gonna have to go. Like we can't keep running. It's tough, man. It's hard right now. It's Christmas and people are pinching. And CJ, Christmas is eating my bank account up. Thanks for all you do. It's okay, you guys. We understand. We get it. We know. You know what? This is a tough time of year, and we wish Facebook wasn't killing us. You know what I mean? We'll be all right. Let's just keep going. We'll figure it out. Honestly, we've been really fortunate. We have a big Friday coming up. We know a lot of people are going to get involved in the drawing, so we'll just keep going. Leslie Keith, that's a new one, right?
Mm-hmm.
$25. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you, Leslie. Bondi Beach is going to have a update, and then we're supposed to get a Bondi update, but I don't think that's going to be until tomorrow morning, which is talking about the Brown killers and the task force that's being created by the U.S. government. So, sorry. See, it's going to be hard with Bondi and Bondi.
There was, I don't know if you heard about this, there was a woman at Bondi, and she was there, and her name is Jessica Rosen or Rosin, And a little 3-year-old girl got separated in her family in the chaos, and she threw herself on the little girl, got shot. Little girl didn't get hurt at all, saved her life. And apparently, as far as I know, she's in the hospital, didn't die, but she saved that little girl's life.
Well, heroes, you know what I mean? It's what I would love to have seen is someone stepped up and shot those fuckers.
Yeah,
and
that would have been nice.
Here, listen, you guys understand. There's been a credible threat for. Candace Owens basically said the first 2 weeks of December there's going to be a 9/11 style attack in America. That didn't happen, and everyone's like, "Oh well, what happened at Bondi and what happened in Syria?" Okay, that's not a 9/11 attack. Okay, you guys understand? There's 57,000 Muslim, extremist, Islamist, terrorist group attacks in the last 20 years. 57,000. There's like 10 a day around the world every day. So this isn't something that's shocking. But this is true. This was just a foiled attack. And this, you guys, we got to be paying attention because this, Arab Spring is coming. And these, right before Christmas is a perfect time, especially around Hanukkah. It's pretty rough. Watch this.
Do you want me to put this in?
Yeah, we need all the money we can right now. We need to get a flow going. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Lisa Orellana, is that new?
Oriana, I think.
Oriana?
She says great show as always, so she must watch.
I've seen her name before. I don't know if Oriana. She's donated, is it Oriana? The L's are silent?
It's got to be the L. It's two L's together.
Orellana. I don't think it is. So Oriana.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter. We're going to call you whatever you want. Just tell us thank you for the $50. That helps out tremendously. Halfway there. Here's the video. Let's go ahead and keep watching, folks. This is a busy night. We've got a lot to do. We don't care. It's not always about money. We just.
And JD, thank you so much. Thanks for the show and thanks for the football helmet.
Dude,
Ethan
it's
is
incredible.
Over the moon.
Ethan's so excited. He's gonna sleep in that damn thing. Here is come on.
Now 10 minutes past the hour. This news happening out of Los Angeles. The FBI now reports that it's disrupted a planned New Year's Eve terror attack in Los Angeles. 4 suspects in custody. The FBI identifying them as members of a pro-Palestine extremist group. They're suspected of planning coordinated IED attacks targeting 5 different locations in Los Angeles. But based on the reporting now, that plot has been foiled. We will wait for more out of L.A. or out of Washington, D.C. for what the FBI has to say about that developing story. And
yeah, one of the things that crossed my mind as all of these stories were developing is say a prayer for the first responders, right? The ones who are first on the scene, who have to see some of these horrific things that are hard to unsee, and they help protect people and comfort people by getting the information out there to them as quickly as possible.
They are under a lot of pressure, too, when you hear stories like this.
So it comes down to this. My recommendation, it's a lot harder to take a weapon than have them ban weapons and then go ahead and try to get one. By the way, all the likes we've got and all the viewers we have tonight, thank you so much. It's been really hard lately. Because it's Christmas, but to see 150 some odd people.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good to see. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate you. But I can't advocate enough. Olivia will tell you, I take my firearm everywhere. I have one on me at all times. I have one around me on the house at all times. I always have one. And it's not to have some sort of stupid fantasy about being a hero. My job is to get home, and my job is to get my family home. And the changing of the guard, most assuredly in 2026, looks to be quite possible that Democrats take over at least the House. And then 2028 is going to be up in the air. Kamala Harris is going to announce that she's probably going to run again, which is hilarious. Thank God. Good. Do it. But what you guys need to understand is that if you don't know how to carry and you don't know how to use a firearm, there are plenty of places to learn, and I highly recommend it. I'm going to be taking my son out shooting here in the next couple of weeks and getting him up to speed, and it's important for him to protect the house. You can apply for a concealed carry even in some of the most toughest places in America. California is hard, but I got carried in America.
Yeah, you did.
You can do it in Virginia. You can do it in a lot of places. It's tough, but you can get it done. We need your help. And you guys have got to cover yourselves. You've got to make sure. So if you're scared of guns, there's no reason to be scared of guns. You're not scared of a screwdriver. You're not scared of a power drill. It is a tool, and it can be used in certain ways. And once you get used to it, it is one of the easiest things in the world to operate, and it will always treat you right if you show it with respect. So get yourself protected. These terrorist plots. There's thank you, Mel. 103.48. We love you so much. Thank you, Mel.
Thank you so much.
That is massive. Olivia had a chance to see a video that I had tagged too.
Oh, really? You did tag it?
Yeah, which is the food
Yes.
food driver.
Yep.
I thought I tagged it down here. I had a long one, but it's okay. I'll go back up. We have so much to do tonight. Folks, let's get this goal because we've got a lot to go. And Olivia and I want to go play Diablo, but we're willing to give that up for you, even though Diablo is extremely fun right now. Here is the video. Liv, set us up. What happened with this and tell me what happened.
Okay.
Something we don't do anymore. We do not have people. We will refuse to use these people anymore.
So I don't know where this is, but some sort of a food delivery service. I don't know if it's Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever, but a family had ordered Arby's for dinner. And when the driver dropped it off after she took the picture of it, show it was delivered, she sprayed something on the bag of food. And
what appears to be pepper spray or something.
That's what they think it is.
Or cat urine or whatever else it would be.
Well, it made the lady sick. Like
I was kidding.
Okay. Yeah, so they brought it in not realizing that anything had happened, and I guess the woman took a couple bites and she immediately started gagging and choking and throwing up. And that's when he looked at the guy looked at their Ring camera and saw this. So I guess she has been let go of whatever company, and charges are being brought as of right now that I know of. So just sad.
So I was asked a question, how many mags did I carry? So I always carry 2. So I have one, a belt clip magazine, pretty simple, which is pointed in the direction of my draw hand. So I can pick that up and load it. The great thing is that this actually carries 17 in my mag. It's really a great concealed carry firearm. So actually, I think it's 18. No, 17 and one in the pipe. So I carry 2 of these. So that gives me a shot selection of 34 rounds plus 2 in the pipe. So 36. And that's it. So I carry this, and I carry this on my left side, and I carry this in the small of my back. I don't do appendix carry because I don't carry a round loaded. And there's people who tell you who absolutely will tell you that it is the most important thing to carry a round loaded. And then there's people who tell you that if you make it part of your draw mechanics, that there's absolutely no detriment not to. I've never needed it. My draw mechanics are when I pull my weapon, I don't want accidental discharge or negligent discharge, and that ensures it. And my mechanics of pulling it out of the small of my back and then bringing it up to fire are pretty fast and pretty quick. Liv's seen me do it. I practice it often. So I carry 2 mags. If I need more than 34 rounds, then I'm dead anyway. So that's my point. If I need more than 34 shots, 1 is that my shot selection is shit. 2, my training is shit. Or 3, it's an insurmountable force where I need a rifle or a shotgun and I don't have either, and I'm fucked. So here's the video of this, and we'll put this on real quick. By the way, folks, brand new coffee. We have got it. It's available. You can go and select all the most beautiful coffee in the world, all great coffee. The Dumb Show, I think we now have 60 some odd different flavors.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Tommy, do what's your preference. That's right. Do your preference. I've got kids. I don't carry around. I always check my firearm. You'll see me right before the show. Sometimes I forget when I'm off camera, but I will eject my mag. I'll cycle the firearm to make sure she's clear. Give it a couple. Dry fire and then reload, and that's it. Or reinsert mag. And that's my check. And I never handle a weapon unless it's cleared, and I clear it every single time because it's on here and it's on my desk. Anyway, here's the video.
Oh, Twitter.
Twitter just has got to fix this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, Twitter. Making my life hard.
wife had started eating, and she started choking and gasping, and after she had had a couple bites of her food, she actually threw up. Pepper spray, it's more than likely what it is, but now in this day and age, it could have been anything. Could have been rat poison, could have been fentanyl. You know, I mean, my wife could have been dead. Definitely want to see her prosecuted.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about you. What would you do besides call the police? Would you call the police?
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
What else?
Press charges. Call the company. Let them know.
Anything else? Would you sue?
Depends on how. And who are you going to sue? That driver?
Sue the company?
Yeah.
The delivery driver and the company. I would. So
yeah. So yeah, but
like, what if Hayden ate that? You would sue, right?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
See, I would sue because of you, and I would go down to the shop. But I would make sure that I would have a civil lawsuit against her and the company.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the company's fault. Yes, it is. It's the driver's fault. It's the employer's fault. It's her fault. And I'm sorry, I don't mess around with that shit.
When you work for a company, you represent the company.
Yeah.
And that's why they do job interviews and background checks and stuff like that, because they want to make sure that you're going to be a good representative of their company. So yes, it technically is the company's fault. But yeah, no, I mean, we are so anal retentive though that anytime I get a notification that anyone walks near, I watch the videos. I watch the kids walk into the school bus every day. So on the videos, when I get the notification, I make sure they made it on time.
Well, there's a reason why we do what we do, and we protect ourselves. And that's why every square inch of our home is covered in video cameras inside and out. And we protect ourselves. And every single window has an alarm. We have laser trips here. We've got motion detectors here. We have glass breaks here. You can't get into my house. And if you do, I know where you came in and you're fucked.
Yep.
You're fucked. You're 20 ways to fucked. There's no way that you are coming in this house without us knowing long before you crack a window or break a door. And every position in this house is designed to be confusing and to have multiple tactical firing positions with cover, and you'll just be fucked.
I like the fact that all of our outside cameras beep at you.
Yeah.
And our Ring camera, our door camera, actually, it beeps at you and then says camera is recording and tells you it's recording you.
JD just asked me what's the thought about a 22. I think every single person should start on a 22 handgun. Handguns are very different. Honestly, I recommend people starting with long rifle before 22 long rifle and learning on a rifle before a handgun, because once you understand the mechanics of a rifle, handgun is rifle is more forgiving on the iron sights than a handgun. Handgun, there's too many variables, and because of the small and short muzzle, hand positioning, tilt, how you react, your elbows, your feet positioning is so unforgiving with a handgun if you don't know what you're doing. So a long rifle will help you understand that. So I learned on a 22 rifle when I was younger, and it taught me so much when it came to handguns. But a 22 is what I recommend. Start with a 22. Move yourself up to a 9mm. You can use 32 if you want to, or some people, I wouldn't do a wheel gun. If you're not going to use a wheel gun, don't use a wheel gun. Some people love wheel guns, but unless you're going into a 44 or a 357 or a Win Mag of some sort, larger size, because you're in bear country, I wouldn't use a wheel gun. Some people swear by them. I would never use a wheel gun. It's just not my style. I prefer magazine, and but a 22 is great. 22 is great, and then you can start playing around. If you want to play with 40 caliber or a 45, fine. But you'll find the round that's right for you. Olivia preferred shooting a 45 versus a 9mm. She thought the 9mm was too jerky, and she liked the 45, which is really weird because most women aren't huge fans of a 45. But
I'm just not most women.
I carry a 40 for self-defense, because when I put a round down, I want that person to drop. But my everyday carry is a 9mm. And my fuck around and find out is something else.
I think Dingo won the contest for best security system. He's got a couple angry kangaroos with attitude.
That works.
That guard his
That
place.
works.
It's the best. You win the award.
That is cool.
Awesome.
But yeah, like I said, learn on a 22. I mean, Tommy might tell you something different, but if you want to learn, Cat Alkire, $25, cutting into grandkids' Christmas funds will make it work as always. Cat, you don't need to do that. Stop. I'm going to give it back to you. Seriously, knock it off. Don't do that. Please. You don't have to cut into the grandkids. We're not more important than the grandkids. Grandkids are more important. So
yes,
if that's serious, we're going to give it back to you. Wheel guns are more reliable. It depends if you take care of your piece. So I've never had a Glock jam on me. I've never had a SIG jam on me. I've never had an HK jam on me. How long is the CC good for? 5 to 7 years. You can re-up it, I believe. So most states are at least 5, I think. Some are 4. But wheel guns are more reliable. But once again, wheel guns are also shots. I'd rather have more rounds and have a greater shot selection than have reliability, because I know how to clear a jam. And if I get a failed round or I get a jammed round, I can clear it. And if I get a cinch in my slide, I know how to clear it. So that's where when people are like, hey, what's more reliable? What's more reliable is the person knows how to operate their firearm. That's me. Tommy says has shot the Taurus GS3 and Springfield 9mm, but his first own gun, I think 22 handgun. He has shot 2,000 plus 22 long rifle rounds. Good. Mr. Holiday's 2542. Too good of a show as always to not hit goal. Thank you, Maddie.
And then he just said, "Give it back. I got you, Cat."
Yeah, give Cat her money back. Go ahead. We'll do a refund on that. Okay, so here's a video. So Sneeko is a big social media person, whatever. Cat, we're going to give that back. Let us know. We don't want you to do that. We want to throw it back your way. Let me know. If you're kidding, then we'll keep it. But if not, we're going to throw it right back to you. Yeah, Tommy says 22s are great to learn to shoot on. I tell people this all the time. Yeah, and not only that, a 22 is wonderful if you want to do some ambidextrous shooting. Like, you would have to assume that your main hand is going to be taken out of a fight. What do you do if your right hand, right arm, right shoulder is taken out of a fight? What are you going to do? What if you can't lift your shoulder? There's nothing wrong with a wheel gun. Wheel guns are amazing, especially if you're in bear country. If you have something that, you're afraid of a pig or a bear, a wheel gun's fantastic because simply the size of the round. And they're reliable.
What is a wheel gun? Oh, like old Westerns.
Yeah, like
revolver.
the Colts revolver. Yep. So I'm not saying wheel guns don't have their place. I don't want 6 shots. I don't want 5. I want 17, and I want to know where I'm going to put it, and I want a chance to reload without dying. But 22 gives you a chance to shoot left-handed, and also how do you manipulate your firearm without another hand? Can you rack around with your leg? Do you know how to clear a jam one-handed? So there's different situations that you can do with a 22 that forgive you. You don't want to be using a 9 or a 40 to do ambidextrous shooting and start screwing around. You're just asking for maybe a 9, but I would never use a 40 or a 45 for that. This gives you a chance to learn those mechanics, but there are times that a wheel gun is better for some people. It's just not my thing. Just not me. Sneeko was with... I just want to show you Nick Fuentes and Sneeko. They were doing a podcast together in New York, and all the little groypers who are just incessant little bitches. Watch this.
I just got punched in the face by the. Oh, hi. Nick. I got punched in the face by this guy. Well, this Jewish guy was yelling, "Everyone's a Nazi," and then I told him to go back to Israel. And then this other guy just slapped me across. Hey, Kevin Smith just slapped me across.
TikTok. Will, nice to meet you. Yeah, nice to meet you. What's going on? Good to meet you.
Are you okay? I literally just got my shit reset. Fuck, he hit me hard.
That guy's from the CR. I don't know what you do here.
He hit me.
I was just hanging out. Yeah. Jeez. That's crazy.
So
maybe we shouldn't. Wasn't he? Yeah. Why don't we go?
I thought he was with you. He just hit me. Just got punched.
So, like I told you, Nick is a different guy in person than he is on the show. But what had happened, I want to show you what happened. These are the Groypers. These are the ones who love Nick Fuentes, and this is the type of people they are. You'll see that this guy has a swastika armband, and this is what happened to him. And this is fantastic. Watch this.
But this guy's a faggot, and everybody knows it.
These are very clearly. Hey, I actually got thrown out. Ask them. I got thrown out. So I didn't listen. They condemned me. They threw me out. They did not condemn him. These are exactly. Well, he's short. They didn't see it. People are
snuck in.
This is
I'm a silly little guy.
The entire event, they invited the alternative.
This guy's a beta male. Nobody liked it. Dude, you're a faggot. Fuck you.
They invited fucking the pro-Hitler text guys. They invited the Jews or cockroaches guys. This is all they are. I was learning a lot.
Subversive, bro. Go back to Israel. Borders are racist, huh? Let's let everybody in. Borders are racist. Let everybody in. Let everybody in. Borders are racist, guys. Flood the country. 10 million Indians. Come on. Borders are racist. We got to let 10 million Indians in. That's what you're saying. Does Israel deserve a border? Does Israel deserve a border?
You guys gotta go.
Let what go?
All right, I'm taking this back.
I'm taking it. This is mine now.
Give him this one.
I want it.
We have plenty at home. We collect tons of them. Give back to me. You guys are.
Does Israel deserve a border?
Because they're actually going to use this.
Are you Jewish? Are you Jewish?
Yes, I'm proud.
Does Israel deserve a border?
What are you talking about?
Do you think borders are racist?
Watch it. Watch it.
You invited him to your fucking club. You gave him a ticket to your fucking club. Whoa.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
You know what I are? For real talk. Walk the fuck out.
Good.
Good for him.
Good for him, because that's the way it should be. You know, will you condone violence? Yes. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I do.
For you, I do.
Absolutely. For you, Nazi-loving fucktards, yes, I do. And honestly, it's going to have to come to that anyway. So there is nothing like a good slap across the beak to get someone to shut the fuck up. And there are just times that these little peckers believe that they are like, remember Revenge of the Nerds? The movie, Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, I don't remember watching it, but
yeah. The nerds stood up and they used their computer skills and their sexual deviant appetites to beat the white suppressant male cock suppressors. That's all great. But at some point, the nerds, if those white male cock suppressor alpha betas decided to go ahead and say, you know what, we're just going to beat the living shit out of all of you and we're going to pummel you into the ground and you nerds are going to go away, we need to start beating the shit out of some of these nerds. These guys weren't stuffed in lockers like they deserve to be. We didn't duct tape their ass cheeks together. These guys didn't learn their place, that larger, stronger people may not have what you think is important, but if you're going to go there and talk like that, if you're going to be a person that on the street calls people out, calls them whatever, insults their religion, insults their color, insults their wife, there are repercussions, and they're going to use the tools that they have at their disposal, which is literally to wrap you right across the beak.
The funny thing is after he got slapped, he
a man down. What's he going to do? All of them. Nick Fuentes talks this shit. Oh, I'll mess you up. No, you won't. You're a putz. If you want to play the alpha game, and you want to go ahead and say, I'm a knuckle dragger and you're some intellectual, dynamo, that's fine. You're allowed to go ahead and just school me with all of your intellect. That's fine. But I happen to know how to use both. And if you decide to go ahead and insult my wife, if you decide to go ahead and insult my religion or my family, there's nothing like a good rap right across the beak to have someone shut the fuck up. And that, to me, I think it's awesome. But you notice Nick? Hey, how you doing? He's shaking, just kind and not out there talking shit. The moment they found out that there's somebody hitting somebody, he's out.
He's like, I'm gone.
He's gone. So, something you should think about. I'm going to end it on this, and this one has to be played.
Thank you,
Mr.
Hollandaise.
Donated 7. Did he already donate?
Yes.
Maddie, thank you.
He likes even numbers.
He likes even numbers. We love Matt. This needs to be played. And I got to decide, you know what? I'm not going to do it tonight. It's 18 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we should do it.
But this is Jeremy DeBoring from Daily Wire. And he explains why he fired Candace Owens.
Oh, good. Do
And
this
it
Wednesday,
is the
please.
greatest 18 minutes. Like, I have never seen anything so eloquently put and so systematically perfect.
Will you play this Wednesday?
I will. I'll wait.
Thank you.
Then we're going to go ahead and...
I had my other one. There was no video, but it was just a screenshot that I sent you.
You got to do video.
I know. There is none. I looked everywhere.
What is it?
It's
the COVID thing?
Yeah.
That's boring.
Okay.
We'll do it Wednesday.
Okay.
If representatives...
I am actually going to defend Colorado on this, and I can't stand Colorado. I love
not the hockey team.
By the way, 23-7 and or 23-2 and 7. Six points ahead of Dallas. They're 10 points against the Avalanche are starting to just pull away. Everyone say prayers for Ashley's also not on media about her acid attack.
Who?
I don't know. Melanie,
who's Ashley? Yeah.
Can you send us a link? We'll cover it. So this is in regards to
AG Weiser one.
I want to explain this. This is in regards to Tina Peters, and they're saying that Tina Peters, she was the one that took sensitive information in regards to Dominion voting machines, stole voter information and released it, and essentially hacked machines and released. I mean, it was illegal. She can't do that. And Tina Peters is being held in what they say is a Colorado gulag. Now, Donald Trump said that Tina Peters will not be released, the AG, despite his pardon claim. Now, this is very interesting. People are going to be upset with me, and I don't care. Donald Trump cannot pardon state crimes. He can pardon federal crimes, but there are people who are serving consecutive federal and state terms, like Derek Chauvin. He has a consecutive sentence through federal and state. I think his state crime is 28 years and federal is 25. So even if he Trump pardoned him, he would still serve. Tina Peters is in jail for stealing voter information and proprietary non-public information and releasing it, and to prove voter fraud that was not there. And this is according to her convictions. And the attorneys general is from Colorado is saying Donald Trump can't pardon or commute state level crimes. And he's right. And do I believe she should be released? I don't have all the inner workings of the case, but I don't believe a woman of that age should spend as much time in jail as she has. And I believe that you give her the crime, you make it appropriate, the punishment, and then you move on and you let her go. If you're releasing murderers and rapists, then you should probably release Tina Peters. I'm fine with that. But based upon Trump, he can't. What's that? Oh, is that okay? We'll look at that in a minute. Here's the video, and I just want to show it to you, and I want to let you know that the AG of Colorado is actually right.
AG Weiser, one final question for you here. Practically speaking, what happens if representatives of Tina Peters and or the president show up at the state prison in Pueblo tonight or tomorrow and say Tina Peters is coming with us? Will she be released by the state of Colorado while this plays out?
No, there's no legal authority for any federal government action to take a prisoner who's in state custody lawfully, having been tried, convicted, and sentenced. This is an important principle of our Constitution. And everyone who says they care about the rule of law, about public safety, and our Constitution needs to care about this issue. Ben Franklin said when he left the Constitutional Convention, we have a republic as long as we can keep it. This is one of those moments.
Attorney General Phil Weiser, thank you very much for your time. We'll talk again soon. AG Weiser, one final question.
So the question was, it's a federal election. It doesn't matter. States have, it may be a federal election, but she's going to have state charges and convictions as well as federal because she broke federal law and state law. She attempted to influence a public servant. She used false ID of someone who she knew was not allowed in that area. She downloaded data and information that was illegal. She leaked the copied data to conspiracy groups. She lied about her actions and obstructed the investigation. She let the impersonator into a secure area. She helped them copy hard drives. She allowed unauthorized people in the secure election, in the election room. There were no federal charges. It was all state. It doesn't matter that it was a federal election. Just like if she mailed something in the post office, that would be a federal crime. Say she filed billings to clients in multiple states, that would be a federal crime, but there would also be states involved too. So Florida and Georgia and California were her states she billed to. She would have federal charges, but she would also have state. In this case, Colorado filed the charges and there were no federal charges filed.
Yeah, so it's,
he can't do this. This is just, he can't do this. So if the federal government showed up in the state, I would want Colorado to fight them. Exactly. I believe in the 10th Amendment, folks. I'm sorry. I'm all about states' rights. Fuck the federal government. So I'm all about the states' rights. And I'm agree with, I don't like the AG for Colorado. I think he's a douchebag. I think they're ruining Colorado, but he's right. From a legal standpoint, he's absolutely right. And he has every right to tell Donald Trump and the federal government to go pound sand. Last show for tonight, last video for tonight. Isaac Castillo, $20. Thank you. Overdrive. Yep, we're giving a little overdrive tonight. We've hit it. 420, yo. It's 420, everybody. Woohoo! Speaking of Colorado, this state legislature has a phone call where a viewer literally just rips apart Representative Titus, a new one, and this is gold. I love C-SPAN for this, how they allow callers to handle these people. I've heard that Tina Peters has health problems, and if she stays where she is, she'll die soon. She can't get the care she needs where she is. I'm sorry. It's horrible. She shouldn't have done the crimes then. So she can go ahead and appeal to her governor for clemency, but she is a criminal, and she has criminal charges against her, and she has to serve her time. And they have doctors there, and I'm sorry. Like, she's a criminal. I don't feel any empathy for her. So I'm just black and white, folks. If you commit crimes, you should pay the crime that you've done. And she committed multiple crimes. And she can appeal to the governor for clemency. And if the governor gives her clemency, then she can be let out. But no, I don't even think a lot of the J6ers, I think anyone with a misdemeanor who served time, a lot of those people should not have been there. 97% of them shouldn't have, but I still think that there are people who were let go out of J6 who should still be in prison.
Yeah.
Nope. President has no authority. I think the sentence was excessive. Maybe it was excessive. And I think a lot of the J6 stuff was excessive. I'm not saying that she was fairly convicted, but there is an appellate process for that. And, that's it. Here is this last video. I want to show you this, and then we're going to get out of here.
Let's talk to Dennis next in New York. Republican line. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yes, I'm a veteran collecting Medicare. I've been trying to get cholesterol and blood pressure medicine under the Biden administration since 2021 to 2024. And I always had a hard time getting a prescription refilled or anything else. It got to the point I actually went down to the office in Western New York Medical. The whole room was filled with illegal immigrants going in and out. I couldn't even get to the counter to get a refill on prescription cholesterol and blood pressure medicine. Anyhow, long story short, a month ago, I was rushed into the hospital with heart failure and that, and I get there, and for the last 6 months, I come to find out that I got kidney failure and congestive heart failure. Not one doctor from Western New York Medical called to notify me. They knew about this for over a year, and now here I am, and I listen to you Democrats saying that illegal immigrants weren't collecting Medicare and it wasn't hurting the American people. I'm dying right now because of them illegal immigrants getting in line before me, and our medical system and our healthcare system didn't even call to notify me to let me know about this a year ago. Do you have a response for your party and what they're doing to the American people?
Well, let me say I'm sorry for your health problems, and you should have gone to your member of Congress and asked him to help intervene for you with Medicare, but Biden's gone, so let's talk about what you can do in the future. As far as blaming on the immigrants, U.S. law says that immigrants do not qualify for Medicare, so I don't know who is in front of you in line, but let's look at what caused your problem, see if we can help solve it now instead of just blaming other people.
I think she took speech lessons from Kamala Harris.
Yeah, that's some word. Shirley Morgan Rich. It's amazing when people don't like what you hear. Do you even see the hat? Do you even see the hat? What does that say? Does that say Biden Harris? This guy is clueless. He doesn't even know military law. Military law?
What does military law have to do with a civilian case?
What does a military law have to do with state and federal charges? Nothing.
That she's not even
What does that have anything to do with that? It's number one. Number two, you also said Tina will be rescued. Rescued? She's in jail. Now, did I say that the charges were excessive? No, the charges were appropriate. The sentencing was excessive. Did she deserve 9 years? No. Not for a first offense. Not for a non-criminal action that resulted in a felonious crime that would ultimately harm another person. This was something she deserved to serve for. And most assuredly, she served the time normally that would be charged with this. I didn't say it wasn't excessive, but Donald Trump has no authority to go ahead and dismiss state charges. That's why he couldn't pardon himself in New York. You understand that, right? He could pardon himself in Georgia and New York and Florida and all these supposed crimes, but he can't do that because they're state charges. He can pardon himself for federal, which he hasn't had to do because a lot of these federal cases have dropped. And for you to say, I don't know military law, it's ridiculous. What branch did you serve in? And do you know anything about the Uniform Code of Military Justice and how it doesn't apply to civilians? And you can't because that would be a military tribunal, which don't follow under normal citizenry. The Constitution of the United States protects them. And even though the UCMJ is under the Constitution and we're sworn to protect it, it can't be applied to any citizen. So you're wrong, and you're wrong, and you're wrong, and you're wrong. Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. This is why it's called the Don't Unfriend Me show, because I know this can be quite embarrassing, but I hope you don't unfriend me. I'm an avid Trump supporter, but I can also call out and say when he's wrong. And in this case, you and he are both wrong. Have a nice night. I hope this is the last time that you stop by. So.
3-namer.
No, I mean, calm down. You're gassed up on all kinds of QAnon. I feel for you. Yeah. Listen, Shirley, I appreciate you. But to say this is 9 years, it's actually been 10. And it hasn't been 9 years since January 6th. I have no problem with Donald Trump pardoning the nonviolent crime. But I am a little bit frustrated with some of the people that he did pardon who planned this. And January 6th was a scar. I don't care if the FBI was involved. I don't care if Antifa was involved. If 4 guys are in a car and you're the 5th person and they put on masks and they're going to go rob a liquor store, are you going to go with them? No, you're going to leave. Nobody made those people do that. They chose to go in. They chose to break things. They chose to come in with zip ties. And the 150 people in the stairwell most assuredly deserve some jail time. Do I believe that 57,000 people and 3,000 people that went into the Capitol or went onto the stairs all deserve to be in jail? Probably not. And I think pardoning those people was fine. But I do believe there are some bad actors that should not have been pardoned. And I believe Tina Peters can't be pardoned by Donald Trump. It's just not the way it works. Clemency is only offered in the state, according to the 10th Amendment, by the governor. So she can go ahead and ask for clemency and he can defer her sentence. Donald Trump cannot. Anything else?
No.
Oh, Shirley says installed criminals will be locked up. Wait for it. Military. You guys have been saying this for 10 years. What do you mean military tribunals? Military tribunals. Please explain to me, Shirley, what a military tribunal is. Can you explain it to me?
Central casting crew is doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, you're a Qer. So listen, I respect the fact that you think you know what you're talking about, but you don't even know what a military tribunal is. And it's all because what? There weren't 21 gun salute for Joe Biden on his election day. Is that why?
Our most recent comment. Shirley, look at your screen and I want you to watch the biggest eye roll after I read that comment. It's about the dumbest thing I've ever read in my entire life. Save the children military operation started in 2017. We are a war. Wake up. EBS is coming.
What the fuck is EBS?
I don't know. She's cuckoo.
All right.
Cuckoo.
Yeah, Shirley, we don't like to make fun of people here, but you had your time and we put you guys to bed a long time ago. The Qers, shouldn't you be following Candace Owens or something? Shouldn't you be talking about how the Jews are bad? I mean, why are you still on 2017 to 19 and 20 talking points?
I'm curious. Do you believe there was a trapdoor under Charlie Kirk? Just thought.
Do you believe that Joe Biden's a clone and Hillary Clinton was put summarily executed in Guantanamo Bay and she's a clone? Do you believe that?
Did you buy any pizza from Pizzagate?
Did Donald Trump go ahead and hold and maintain the election during Joe Biden? And if he was, and he did seize with the military tribunal control and never relinquish control as president of the United States, you're saying that all the inflation and the economic woes and the world issues that we had and the devaluation of the dollar and the open border was all Donald Trump's fault because he was in charge? Which one?
She was worth it to stay on late.
Is Donald Trump a lizard? Yeah, Qers. You guys are
wow.
You guys are interesting. And this is where buy. Why buy? Wait a second. You can't defend your point. See, I was just going to say this is where you guys leave. I was just going to say that, and then you interrupted me and said bye. Because you can't argue your points. You can't argue anything. Were the Lahaina fires caused by Jewish space lasers? Shirley?
We're going to miss you, Shirley.
Shirley, don't leave. Hey, Shirley, you don't have to go home, but you just can't stay here.
We're going to miss you so much, Shirley.
Let's talk to Dennis.
What are we going to, how are we ever going to fill the time? Sorry, folks. Nice to see so many people on. It's sad that we lost Shirley.
Everyone light a candle and say a prayer.
Say a prayer. There's Shirley.
Oh.
How can they all look the same? Every single person that believes the lizards and the androchrom and the bioweapon labs in Ukraine, they all look the same. It's so interesting about military tribunals, how you understand that a military tribunal can only be declared under a martial law, and it cannot be applied to the citizenry unless martial law is declared. So unless you saw some sort of writ that suspended habeas corpus across the United States and that every single state has seized and been seized by power by the federal government, I must have missed that. Can you let me know what standing armies are in which state and who took over the overall state legislature and the governorship of every single state in the United States? I haven't seen it. Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Great show tonight. See you tomorrow. Check your front door Thursday. Check our front door Thursday. Is it a white package with dry ice?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It's cold enough. We won't even need to get it. We'll just leave it out there. That'll be amazing. It's been chilly. All right, guys, listen, we're going to see you tomorrow, Tuesday night. Me and Leroy here. We've got books all week coming up. So we've got Barry is coming. We've got hopefully Chris Peranto coming. We got Dan Nunn coming. Friday is the big end of the year drawing. Friday.
No, Friday is
sorry. The donation, $25. Every entry gets you $25, gets you in. Huge selection. Barry Morgenstein books, Tom Dixon books. We've got hats. We've got jackets, T-shirts, coffee.
Gift cards, you name it.
Go pick up some coffee. We got new coffee too. Go to thedumbshow.com/coffee. We'll talk to you guys soon. See you tomorrow. Good night. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, y'all.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy,
Don't go, Shirley!
Politics, military analysis,
Don't go into the light, Shirley!
Coming to you live on all major social media
Stay
channels
with
at
us.
The Dumb Show.
We love you!
Honest, direct,
QQ.
unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.